everyone, I'm Jacob. I play Tithla. She's a ranger. Tithla's in Barovia because she's tagged along with some friends and somebody needs to look after them.
Hi, I'm Haz, and I'm playing the character of Theodore Ursa, satyr, Circle of the Moon druid, whose main motivation is to find a good revel and turn into a giant angry fey bear to protect his friends, particularly his best bud Tithla.
Hello, I'm Josh, and I shall be playing Killian Maxwell, a elf celestial warlock who has been travelling around Barovia for a little while and has joined up with the Tempest Guild to try and find his place.
G'day, my name's Tom. I'm playing Jonor, the Aasimar divination wizard. He is here to find the best and the worst of this world, and he's doing it with a bit of naivety and optimism.
Hello, I am Raph, and I'm playing Styx, who is a Gloomforged Paladin, on the journey of rediscovering themselves, quite literally, in the land of Barovia.
And I'm Owen, the Dungeon Master of our Curse of Strahd 5th edition campaign. A warning, gentle viewer. Curse of Strahd is a horror-themed Dungeons & Dragons campaign, which means you may hear adult language or adult themes throughout this episode. Hello.
G'day.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the Lost Archives. It is wonderful to see all of your gorgeous faces once again. We are here. We are playing Curse of Strahd, the premier homebrew horror campaign. Thank you so much for joining us. We are very, very excited to jump in. I won't keep you too long with messages and announcements before we start. 2 quick announcements. Aloft is out. The game I've been sort of excited about and talking, I think, on the Discord about behind the scenes for like a year and a bit, maybe 2 years. It's out in early access. It's really good. I've played a bit. There's some episodes coming up on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube and listening to the podcast, it's already out. You can go watch episodes 1 and probably just 1. But episode 2 will be out soon. So please go and enjoy those. Let me know what you think. I had so much fun playing through. It's really, really cool. I'm very, very excited. So make sure you go check that out. Loads and loads of fun. Other fun announcements to share. I am almost finished the character art of our 2 new players coming to the stream. I finished 1 piece of character art. The second one, I've done the line art draft, and it's pretty much good to go. I'll just have to clean up some details and then do the color layer and then a bit of shading, and it will be good to go, which means that all things going well, we will have both of our new players joining us next Monday. Now, next Monday is a public holiday in Australia, I've just realised. I'm still up for doing Curse of Strahd if you guys are.
I'll be in Victoria.
Tom will be in Victoria. Yeah, you live there. Nice try. I guess this is less of a thing for Jacob. I don't think Jacob really cares too much about where he is on that day. But Raph, how are you looking?
I might be able to grab the laptop.
That's okay. Look, I'll
take it with me.
We'll have a look. We'll figure it out. We'll let you know behind the scenes. Josh, obviously you'll be celebrating over in the UK.
Australia Day.
Yeah.
Yes, because I know which holiday you are speaking of.
Australia Day.
But yeah, we've got 2 names for it. Australia /Invasion Day. I'm imagining the Brits prefer the Invasion Day. That's the day they came. Yeah? Is that how you guys celebrate it?
I think they call it the day
I thought
we
we
won.
sent a load of you here. I didn't realise that we included you.
No, it's different things.
No, you don't understand. We were the invaders, the ones you sent here,
Well,
and your redcoats. It's a public holiday that's contentious in Australia at the moment, so I'm perfectly happy to not observe it. I mean, I'll observe it for the purposes of not working, but I'm happy to not give a shit about it in any other sense. And enjoy a nice day at the beach, then play some D&D in the afternoon. So we'll keep you posted. Hopefully we can bring our 2 new lovely players in next Monday. That'll be loads of fun. I think that's it for fun announcements to share. Anything else fun to share before we go live? Otherwise, we're looking good, I think. No,
I know we are looking good.
We are looking good. That's very true. I am considering once again growing my hair out. I sort of go through this phase once every 3 years.
You should do just the stash.
Just the stash.
Yep. Go clean, babyface. The rest of it, stash.
You want me to look like the dad from Inside
just
Out?
That part of it.
No, I think I'm okay. Thanks, Raph.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be a stash, it's gonna be a proper Nigel Thornberry stash. Like I'm gonna commit. If we're going the stash,
You got handlebars?
I don't know. Well, it sort of doesn't quite join up on the sides fully.
That's okay. You can get the texture, fill that in.
Get the texture and fill that. Is that what you do when you want facial hair?
Yeah, can't you tell? All this luscious beard I've got going on. Oh, it's so much dribble.
Could just be a skin-colored texture. Caucasian skin color texture. Who knows? I don't know why you'd bother, but
let's
you're a
move
bit of a
on.
weirdo, Jacob. It's very possible that you would do that.
Hey, don't tell them.
Awesome. Well, let's do our recap. Let's jump into the session. And without any further ado, our series has been following the adventures of the Tempest Adventuring Guild, Theo, Jonor, Tithla, Styx, and Killian. Having become trapped within the realm of Barovia while searching for some missing adventurers, the team are now preparing to take the fight to Strahd and Sergei. After entering the ruined fortress of Arginvostholt, on the hunt for allies and arms to help in the upcoming conflict, the team have learned that the once proud and resplendent knights of the Silver Dragon have been reduced to undead revenants. With the only hope to break the curse inside Castle Ravenloft as a trophy, the party infiltrated and recovered the skull under the guise of accepting Strahd's invitation to dinner. With the skull now safely tucked away inside the bag of holding, the team reunited and headed downstairs, intending to sneak back into dinner before their absence had been noted. Strahd, however, seemed fully aware of their movements, but in return for assisting him rein in the werewolves to the north, he would allow the party to borrow what they had taken. Making their way back to the castle of Arginvostholt, Theo decided to briefly split from the party to check in on the village of Barovia, given the repeated attacks from the undead. Waiting for the group back at the castle was Styx and his new friend Sevank, a half-drow wizard who had stumbled across the fortress while the rest of the party were away. Heading down to the crypt to return the skull, the team soon found themselves standing before the spirit of Arginvost, the mighty silver dragon's soul now complete with the return of his skull. Blessing Tithla's bow, the spirit then rushed up through the tower, the group chasing behind to catch up. As the beacon of Arginvost burst to life, Styx found himself pulled into the forge itself, his form shifting and changing as the sunsword fragments reformed in the heat of the furnace. With his mind now restored even further, Styx briefly relived the night he was shattered, watching as Titania and his sword form fled the monstrous forms of Strahd and Sergei had taken on, together choosing death over the evil of the brothers. Under the glow of the beacon, the Revenant Knights of the Silver Dragon found the curse clouding their minds lifting, the party watching on as Vladimir and Godfrey shared a tearful reunion. With the team now heading north to hunt down the werewolves of the Svalich Woods, Jonor, Styx, Tithla and Killian bid farewell to Sevank, Vladimir, Godfrey, and began their journey. With the werewolf den located somewhere north of Lake Bartok, the team decided to make a detour via the village of Vallaki, planning to take a boat across the lake and save time on walking. Making their way along a slowly moving river, carving a path through the Svalich Woods, the team stumbled upon an abandoned farmstead, overgrown with vines and brambles. Investigating the dilapidated homestead, the team was suddenly ambushed by animated scarecrows, attacking with ferocity. The party managed to destroy the creatures despite taking a couple of hard hits, and proceeded to gather a few abandoned materials before continuing on. We left off last session as the party arrived at the bridge fording the Lunar River, the dark water rushing below the decaying stonework, and the village of Vallaki visible in the distance. That is where we left off, as you find yourselves climbing up the embankment of the river up towards the top of this stone bridge. The bridge before you clearly was once well cared for and well maintained, but those times have long since passed. The sides of the bridge have crumbled and fallen away. A very dangerous drop down to the dark waters of the Lunar River below. You can see cart tracks on either side, areas where wooden boards and beams have been put down to kind of cover holes and gaps in the stonework, and a very, very old rundown sign hanging by a thread from a post that's leaning against the side of the bridge, pointing towards the town of Vallaki in one direction and the town of Kresk in the other. As you get in line with the signs, far forward, far in front of you, down the road towards the east, you can see the village of Vallaki. To your left, the Lunar River opens up, the mouth widening as it borders onto the lake of Lake Bartok, the water beginning to pick up pace as it flows down this narrow gorge and refills the river. From here, out on the river, you think you might even be able to see some boats. What would you like to do?
Is this the bridge that Grinner found that leather briefcase?
Yes, it is. Well remembered. Yes, it is.
So, yeah. So has the bridge changed in appearance since we last crossed it?
Lake Baratok, sorry. No, sorry. I said Lake Baratok. I meant Lake Zarevich. I said Lake Baratok like 3 times then. I was very wrong. Please rewind your minds. I only ever said Lake Zarevich. Anything else is fake news and a lie.
There's no way that we can continue to work under these conditions.
That's fair.
Like, we're jumping all over the shop. There's
Yeah.
I'm lost.
Lake Baratok. No, Lake Zarevich is what I meant to say. Sorry, it is Lake
I'm on a
Zarevich that the
completely
river
different
boiled
area of
into.
the map.
So Lake Zarevich. So in that case, then it is actually not the bridge. That bridge was leading to Lake Baratok. That's where I confused myself. So the bridge that Grinner saw the leather briefcase on was from, I believe that was from the Wizard of Wines near the tower, near Lake Baratok Tower, as you were on your way to Kresk.
What was in that?
I don't think you ever found out.
Oh, cool.
What's
Well, I mean, Styx
Journal.
certainly doesn't know. Styx got no fucking clue.
Jonor got something there as well, but I don't remember what either.
Herpes.
It was
What?
just before a Strahd encounter. It was
Yeah.
Herpes.
Was that not where we found that journal?
I believe that was.
Because it had the old heraldry on it, didn't it?
That's correct. Yeah. So that would have been over there, Lake Baratok. Near the Wizard's Tower. This is a different bridge, sorry. You have crossed this bridge once before, though. You crossed this bridge when you left Vallaki to head to Kresk the first time.
Right, well, I remember we had to be rather careful when we crossed this bridge before. Shall we take it one at a time again?
Why?
Just in case it collapses.
Would you
Oh.
like me to go first so that like I'm the littlest and the like bestest on my feet? And if it's gonna break under me, then it's definitely gonna break under you guys, and I'm probably the best one that could react very quickly.
All right.
Yeah, go for it, Tithla.
Oh, okay. You don't have to sacrifice yourself. We're in this together. Any of those would also work.
Hang on, it's not that dangerous, okay? It's just, taking caution, but it's not like there's a monster there. Come on.
Okay, well, I just want to feel valued, but that's fine. I'll just go ahead anyway.
Tithla, you're very valued. I appreciate all the time we spend together, and
Then why do
all that
people
stuff.
keep leaving me?
Tithla, no. We're not abandoning you. I've been with you the whole time.
No, yeah, you're happy to let me walk away?
We're about to follow you.
Well, I don't know that.
You opted to go first. We're joining you. You're
Oh.
leaving us, and we're joining you actually. So
Oh, okay then. Yeah, no, you make a good point then.
this could be like a little bit of exposure therapy of like getting a little bit of distance, and then the separation. We return, and you feel better about
Don't you
it.
say the T word to me.
Therapy.
That therapy word is no
Um,
good around here.
My parents took me for so much when I was a little wee goblin.
I learned the lessons of you rub some dirt in it and you push your feelings down. You never talk about it. That's why I'm so stoic all the time.
Even Tithla's subconscious struggles to line that up with an entire lifetime of experience.
But I guess I'll go first and sacrifice myself. If I don't come back, tell my parents I love them. Okay, goodbye.
All right.
It starts to walk
Yeah.
out.
Tithla, as you make your way across the bridge, the stonework is old and unsteady. The holes in the road beneath you, the holes in the massive stone pillars rising up from the dark river of the Lunar River. The planks are well maintained. You can see mud tracks where carts have travelled across these. You don't think you're in too much danger. I think it would be appropriate though for a survival check.
I would love to make a survival check.
Thought you might. I was going to
one,
offer
that
you an
one, that
investigation
one,
check,
that
and then I
one,
remembered that your intelligence is
That's a 29.
29. I would have enjoyed a nat one as well. 29. As you begin making your way across the bridge, fording this river below Tithla, you get sort of about 2 or 3 meters across the first set of planks. And as you kind of pause there for a moment, the sun isn't bright or really visible through the dense layer of cloud and fog high above you, but it is just after midday at this point, I think, sort of getting into early afternoon. The road is well illuminated. You can see the path in front of you clearly. And as you have a bit of a look, there's a moment where you catch a glimpse of something reflective, metallic maybe, glinting between a gap between 2 of these wooden planks bridging one of the holes in the bridge. Down in the dark waters below, just for a moment, you capture this glimmer and this glimpse, and then it's gone again, the rushing water taking it away and covering it. And as you take another step forward, you can see that there are climbing hooks, pitons have been hammered into the stonework, creating a little pathway down the side. Very hard to see from the road, to see from the bridge, but as you catch this glimpse of them. You look over the side through a gap in the stonework. You can see some tracks that have led to here as well. Dusty boot prints. Yeah, it looks like there's some sort of climbing pathway down under the bridge.
Tithla wants to essentially Legolas it. She wants to like run and then do like a dramatic jump over and hold on to the climbing and then climb down.
Oh yeah,
So
and I love that there's no
run
warning
out.
for your party as
Yeah.
well. You just watch as Tithla
100%.
throws herself from the edge of the bridge. Tithla, could I please get an acrobatics
Screaming
check?
shiny.
Could I please get an acrobatics check, Tithla? Styx,
it
Jonor,
be-
Killian?
Animal handling instead.
No, definitely not.
What about stealth?
No, you're screaming shiny at the top of your lungs.
Shiny!
You've been given advantage on this by stream. That is very generous, obscenities. I
Thank
would
you,
not grant
thank
such
you.
a thing. You may
And
roll
we
again.
will use it now. We got a 19 and we're going to go again.
Natural one, natural
That was a
one.
7. That's
7.
unfortunate.
Okay. Wow, that's not great. We'll take the 19. Styx,
you.
Jonor, Killian, you watch as Tithla pauses for a moment, looks down at the track, looks up, turns back towards you with this glint in her eye and a smile on her face, her pointy goblin teeth shining in the very gentle half light that makes it through the cloud layer, as she then screams at the top of her voice, "Shiny!" and then throws herself from the bridge. You watch as Tithla hangs for a moment in the air and then disappears over the side. You hear the sound of something thunking very lightly, and then as you look over the edge, getting a little bit closer, you can see Tithla holding onto these little climbing pitons. Tithla, you are lucky that these are well hammered into the stonework and fairly recent. Despite the dilapidated state of the rest of the bridge, these handholds seem to be fairly fresh. The stone does not give way as you grab onto these metal pitons. As you begin climbing your way underneath, hanging from the underside of the bridge, you can see a rucksack has been hidden away, secreted underneath the bridge. It's a leather backpack, and it's just hanging from a hook underneath the bridge.
Tithla wants to try and have a look at what's in there from underneath.
Like, are you opening the bag or just going to look at it? Okay,
hold on
cool.
with
Yeah, I was going to say,
try
like,
and
if you're just kind of
Undo
looking
it
at
a
it,
little
being like,
bit. You know, you hook in so it's on your elbow, and then you put your arm in so that you can't like accidentally slip, and then your other hand's free for nonsense and shenanigans and whatnot.
I like it. As you begin climbing your way over and reach this point on the bridge where the backpack is hanging from, you gently unclasp the lid of the backpack, pulling back the leather strap and opening up the lip. Inside, it is dark underneath the bridge, much darker, obviously, because there's no sun shining down through.
Fortunately, we got the night vision though. So.
Yeah, exactly right. So as you look inside the backpack, you can see there are several objects there. It looks like 2 or 3 rolls of paper that have been rolled up very tightly. You can see there's a slight shine to it. The paper looks like it's been waxed to prevent any damage from the water, damage from the weather. There's also what looks like a small pouch in there as well, and a flask of some liquid that's, you can see that it's kind of moving and shifting and undulating the liquid. Could you also please roll me a D10 and a D100?
Okay. Would you like to know Tithla's intentions before that or after that?
I think it's good for me to know before that.
Cool.
I'm going to
Tithla's
regret this
intentions
answer. Yep.
is to shut it.
Yep.
And just climb back out and just leave
Cool.
it.
Yeah, easy. Don't worry then. Don't even worry about it. I mean, roll it anyway, just so I know. 'cause
Yeah,
I'd like to know.
100%.
Yeah, roll it anyway, because I'd like to know.
D10 then a D100?
Yes, please. I love
That's
how
a 6
infuriating this
and
will
a
be for the
40.
audience, just sitting there being like, oh, did we just have a bit of a spoiler for the artwork of one of our characters come up? I think we might have.
We did.
Oh, bugger.
Rookie.
I forgot to
Rookie.
move it out. Well,
Classic Owen.
welp. My bad. I will quickly remove that now. It's a bit late, but I'll
Yep.
just...
Well,
Ah.
never had a nightmare again.
Flip that.
Yeah.
Go back, save that.
That's unfortunate.
That's for you, click only.
That's not... You're not supposed to see that yet. You didn't see it. You didn't see anything, okay?
Flip it, flip and share. Share with all your friends. Share
No
the
need.
link. Make sure you
So
get
for your
those views
D10 it was
up.
a 6, for your D100 it was a 40.
40.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Look, feel free to share at this point. I fucked myself. You may as well enjoy yourselves. Like, I'm not going to stop you.
Flip and share.
Clip and share.
Like and subscribe. Comment for the
D10
algorithm.
and 40. Yeah. The you don't need to worry because you're not even looking anywhere. I was about to describe something, but there's no need. Tithla, you close the backpack up, climb back up the other side. As you get to the top.
Back up.
Yeah.
She scurries back on. She goes, it's all good. There was just like someone left their backpack there. I assume it was for a friend. We've all done that before. Anyway, I'm going to keep going now. I hope you didn't worry too much. Thanks for coming to rescue me because I may have looked like I fell off.
I thought it was like a monster or something and freaking out. I didn't see anything at all.
That makes sense though. You leave me to deal with the horrifying monster because I'm the tough one of the group. I'll protect you. Tithla's being sincere as all hell.
That's not been the case. What's some sack or bag under there? What's going on?
It's just someone's backpack. It's all good. There's probably just like a note or something.
Have a note in the bag down there.
There was paper. I assume that's all paper's for, right?
Like a note or a scroll or.
It was, how there are those trees, and if you peel the bark, you can sometimes write on that. And so over time, people have developed procedures and processes to improve that, to be able to have more of a consistent kind of a thinner.
I've got a book right here.
So what's the question then? It's a pretty silly question.
It seems if someone's hiding it, there's going to be something useful in there, surely.
I've hidden loads of stuff that's not useful.
Maybe that's a ranger thing, but is there a chance we could just pop down there and grab it? I kind of want to have a look.
Well, I mean, I don't really want to steal somebody's things.
Well, no one says we're stealing. Just having a look at this point.
Well, I told you there was a note. Well, probably there was a bit of paper. I might have been
What's
blank.
the note say?
Well, it was just a bit of paper. I didn't really read anything. You know what they say? Reading's for nerds.
Okay, I'm gonna hang on. I'm gonna come over to the edge there. I'll come join you.
A lot of people say that all the time.
Well, they just don't understand the value of literacy and spells. Come on, let's go to the edge and have a look. I walk over the bridge to the point where I could closest climb down to there and then see the batons and go around that way.
You'd have to climb down those, and it's very rough. It's very difficult. Do you need me to? Okay, I'll make you a deal. What if I go and get it, but then you promise you'll just put it back and not take anything? Because that's somebody's things that they've left there.
They are probably dead.
I want to know.
Oh. Well,
we need to learn about it first.
What's just some
okay?
Stuff?
All right.
Bad steal.
Unless it's really, really important, then we can leave it there.
But do I get to decide if it's important? You know what? Killian decides if it's important. You have a bias. You're too pro paper. I think Killian's kind of neutral. Styx doesn't really care.
Tithla hates the written word.
I'm not a fan of words. I like words. I don't like writing them. I like saying them. Have you noticed?
I point to all of Tithla's names in Tithla's book that Tithla has all of the X marks next to.
And half of those are just symbols. They're not words.
I mean, at the end of the day, what is language than symbols that mean words?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
That's my point.
That's Tithla's subconscious right there. Jonor, as Tithla kind of points out the location of the backpack, I should ask, Tithla, are you indicating in any way, shape, or form where the backpack is located from the bridge?
I mean, she's through the whole thing, and she's like, it's over there, and she's willing to go and get it.
Yeah, I mean, you might not even have to. As you kind of point out a little bit, Jonor, as you get down, looking between the planks in the bridge, you can see maybe the strap of it. If you wanted to.
If Jonor agrees to that, Tithla's going to go straight over again and not wait for Jonor.
You just watch as Tithla vanishes over the edge, climbing along the side. A moment later, Tithla, you come back with the backpack, place it down in front of the party.
And then I open it and start looking at it.
Yeah, as you pull open the backpack and begin pulling out the paper, you can see that.
It's just paper. See, it's just a flask. See, it's just paper.
It's more about what's on it than it itself.
That doesn't make sense.
Pass the scroll here. It's fine.
Okay.
I reach out and grab the piece of paper.
Jonor,
go to unravel it.
As you pull out the scroll and unravel it, could you please roll me a D100?
Hey, death saving, bro.
Absolutely.
You watch as Jonor's head explode. No, 79. Jonor, as you open up the scroll, immediately you can see that this is arcane writing. This is a spell scroll, 100%.
There's not even words on it.
As you unravel the scroll, you can see a series of ritual circles painted around this flowing language depicting this movement, almost this flowing movement that resembles mist as you look at it. And as you sort of examine it and begin looking at it, I think you do recognize the spell. It is on your spell list as a wizard. You recognize this is a spell scroll of Misty Step.
Oh, oh, very intriguing. I can sort of tell that the mist from the land here may have had a bit of a part to play on this one.
What?
Very intriguing. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a ranger thing. Misty Step, I believe this one is.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Oh yeah, handy spell.
We can use it to get to the other side of the bridge.
I imagine we say that as we're all stood in the center of the bridge.
In the center of the bridge. that carts have gone across at least in the last 24 to 48 hours. But you can. It is true. That is a fact that Styx has stated. You can use it to get across the bridge.
Very perceptive, Styx. Well, okay. What about this little vial of liquid? What's going on here?
Yeah, as you hold up and begin moving around the vial, it's really weird, Jonor. Even when the vial isn't in motion, you can see the liquid moving around constantly, sliding and traveling, very much like this incredibly slippery oil.
Hey, Killian, can you give me a hand? I'm trying to figure out what this thing is.
Yeah, sure. What do you need me to do?
Well, I'm going to just try and figure out what this thing is, the arcana sort of nature of this one. I'm going to go arcana check to figure out if it's,
That's a natural 1 for a total of 14.
Okay.
Can I use the help action?
Sure. Yeah, he did ask for your help. Yeah, for sure.
Can I use the hinder action?
Yes, you can. So we'll take the natural. No, 28. Jonor, you have seen this before. I'd say that part of your training at the Unseen University included potion making. I don't think it's anything that you were particularly excited or interested in per se, but you did enjoy the theoretical study of potions and oils and various magical applicants that you could use. This is an oil of slipperiness, or a potion of slipperiness.
Well, it's kind of a someone who uses these spells probably is quite nimble like yourself, Tithla.
Probably. Yep. Thank you for calling me nimble. I really appreciate it. I think we've really come a long way in our friendship.
Is there anything else about this bag, about who might own it? What about
no identifying features on the
recover?
bag that are immediately visible, but there are two more like rolled up pieces of paper. Jonor, as you pull them out and have a look, one of them is a spell scroll of Find Familiar.
Cool.
And the other one is a spell scroll of Summon Greater Steed.
Oh, would be sharing that with everyone.
Given your Arcana check
Really?
of 28, I'm going to give you this for free. The Summon Familiar, it's a very odd version of the spell Find Familiar. This is more than just Find Familiar. This is summoning a specific familiar, as is the spell scroll of Summon Greater Steed. There's extra parts to the spell included in the scroll, far more arcane language, far more provisions than would normally be required to cast this spell. These are to summon a specific familiar and a specific steed. You're not sure what though. Yeah.
Guys, does this bring any thoughts to you? Who could own this one? Rictavio, perhaps?
I feel like if it was his, there'd probably be some sort of picture of winter on there, or like a embossing of winter on the bag.
Yeah, that could make sense.
Could be anybody, really.
Yeah, can I roll for scroll owner?
Roll for scroll owner. Yeah, do you want to make the
Yeah.
Arcana or Investigation or Perception check, please, Styx?
So, what about the scroll owner check?
I mean, if you can find that stat, you can roll with it. It's
How
right
do
next to
I,
Raph's long rest
custom-
button.
Get wrecked, Raph! Get wrecked!
It's still missing, by the way.
I was going to say, for those of you who don't get that, you got to watch the previous episode, but now you don't. Context provided. 10 Styx. As you examine the scroll for information on who the owner is, annoyingly, no one has signed their name. Bit of a bummer. You know, Blinsky always signed his name on everything, both grandfather Blinsky and the current Blinsky, you assume. But as you look over the scroll, no specific writing or indication of who the owner might be. And the handwriting you don't recognize. It's not one you've ever seen before. The script is it's not very free-flowing. It's very blocky, very accented and very harsh lines. It's an unusual handwriting. It would be quite distinct. If you saw it again, you think you'd recognize it.
No idea.
Anything else on the bag?
That's
Apart from
everything.
being a normal-
Just the potion vial and the scrolls. Oh, and the pouch. Sorry, and the pouch as well. Jonor, as you pull open the pouch, you can see that it is a coin pouch. But the coins inside, there's something a bit off about them. They're dull and grey, almost aged and patinaed. The copper on the copper coins is rusted with a verdigris green. Even the silver has begun to tarnish and fade, and the gold looks brassy and etched. You suspect it's counterfeit.
Do we think this is proper silver, or I mean, if it's actual silver, it'd be very helpful. Who's got some silver here? Let's sort of compare and see if we could use this.
Yeah, I can inspect.
Go for it.
Given that we're looking at natural metals from the earth, I'd like to do a survival check.
Being forged. And worked
We don't
into-
know that. We don't know that.
They're coins!
Yeah. We don't know that. We don't know that.
Use my stone cunning because I'm a goblin.
Stone cunning as a goblin, eh?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd
why
like
not?
to use my nimble escape to escape my bad decisions.
Can
Yeah.
we use perception
Yes, perception or investigation would be very apt here, Tithla.
or animal handling?
No. Why,
Alright,
why do
that's
you
a 28
persist in
on-
this? You've killed Raph, he's gone. You've killed him.
I'm just so funny. So funny.
28. Tithla, as you look over these, yeah, these, something's wrong with these. The copper coins, yeah, I mean, you go to bite the gold, it hurts. It's not malleable at all.
That's
this
not
is-
gold. Gold's
it's
a little
not gold.
malleable.
Yeah, it's definitely not gold. The
It's too
4
hard for
gold coins
This is
there,
steel.
they're not gold. You think they're maybe brass, most likely, judging by the color. And they've tarnished and aged. There's these black speckles that have kind of like burned through the metal as it's slowly oxidized. The,
Wait, you can see
6
that's not real gold.
the
That's
6
gold.
silver coins, you don't think they're silver. You think they might be maybe some sort of steel alloy to make them look a bit lighter and a bit more, not that, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a luminosity level of reflection that silver has, that steel doesn't. It looks like maybe some sort of steel. The copper coins are copper, but it's a bad alloy. Whatever was used to mix these, it was off. There's something wrong with this that's been mixed in. These coins are bizarre. Why would you go to the effort of making these counterfeit coins? And as you look a bit closer to the 28, you can see that someone has stamped Strahd's head as the crown, but not like the coins you've seen in Barovia so far. Not this very carefully, beautifully designed filigree around the edges of feathers and wings with Strahd's face on side. No, the stamp isn't even in the middle of the coin. This looks like it's a fake coin, a counterfeit coin.
Tithla pulls out one of her 3 silver coins that she has as the only currency she has on her, and compares them side by side to see how terrible they are.
Oh man, like Tithla, you reckon you might have done this? No. As you look at the
No. And she looks at it, she goes, these are just terrible fakes, and throws them over her shoulder into the river.
yeah,
Can
sweet.
I try and snag one out of the air as that happens?
Snag a single coin or try and snag the bag as it goes.
Whatever's going to be more possible.
I think Tithla would
Much
have had the
easier to
coins
snag
in
a
her
bag.
hand.
all the coins. Tip out all the coins in your hand. You just throw them over your shoulder.
Oh, whatever she had in her hand, she's just going to throw
Including
them. And then
three
she's going to
silver.
slowly walk and
Her 3
tip out
silver,
the
yeah.
rest
Throws her 3 silver. As Styx, do you want to make me? I'm going to say this falls under a sleight of hand or an athletics check. I would argue both would be suitable here.
Not animal handling.
What'd you call me?
What is this? What is this
What'd you
joke, and
call me?
where has this come from? Why? I don't understand how this is happening.
I have a +10 on animal handling.
Oh, well, then you're just trying to metagame. Yeah, sure. What
I,
else is
I
new?
was so focused on
Athletics
carrying on
or
that
sleight of
shit
hand,
joke
please.
that- okay, cool.
Yes,
thank
please.
you.
Do you know what?
Am
Make
I
me a
rolling a
sanity check
competing?
because I sure need one.
Are we rolling competing?
7. No. Just as you just throw the coins and the pouch over your shoulder, Styx, you reach out to try and grab it. Luckily, the bag kind of splits a bit, and you watch as one of the coins bounces and lands on the bridge. The rest just disappear over the edge, disappear into the dark waters of the Lunar River. The coin that bounces and lands on the ground is one of the fake gold coins.
One of Tithla's real silver.
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh, sorry. Go on, Raph.
No, I was just going to say that I would like to just bend over and pick that coin up so we don't lose it.
Yeah, just bend down and pick up the coin. You can add a counterfeit gold coin to your inventory, Styx.
All right.
I take
Hang
it
on,
that
we'll
means we're taking the contents of this bag now.
Why would we be doing that?
Tithla, you just threw this person's coins into the river. You didn't want to impede them. And what's going on here?
Oh, that's fake money. That's not real.
Yeah, but it still was their stuff.
I'm sorry,
Maybe-
are we
maybe-
getting on a high horse because you're about to steal 3 spell scrolls and you think that that's better and you want the excuse? Is that what's happening?
No, I wasn't. I was
No.
going to put those ones back. Like, I'm not really super intrigued on those ones.
Okay, and the
I'm
last?
just the flip flopping from you. I'm just
Well, maybe I didn't think about it, okay? Maybe I saw some fake coins and just thought, whatever, they don't matter. Maybe I forgot to think forward, huh? Thank you for pointing it out.
I'm going to be perfectly honest.
You're okay.
I think
No, it's been a big day.
I think the fact that you've just found this bag with these scrolls and this violin and then counterfeit coins leads me to believe that maybe these scrolls were stolen and whoever stole them stashed them there.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know unless we ask whoever had it.
So if
I'm
we take
not
it
sure
with
if
us,
thieves.
fine.
Well, what happened to innocent until proven guilty? Beyond all reasonable doubt. That's how my high school teacher said it. Beyond all reasonable doubt.
You did not go to high school, Tithla.
high
There was,
school?
there was no high school out in the fucking forests.
I'm sorry,
near
something took me over.
goddamn green nest. There were no. Nice try. Oh, Posted. Sorry, Posted. No, Posted is where the village outside Posted is where you came from.
Nah, there are high schools out near Posted.
There's definitely not.
Ask me. Fight me. Fight me, bro.
Okay, you watch as Tithla trips on the bridge, tumbles into the dark
No!
waters of the Lunar River, and drowns.
I can't swim. I can't
Oh
swim.
no! Oh no!
No, none of that happens. None of that happens.
Hey, what's that in the distance down this river here? Is it a boat just sort of shacked up on the edge of the shore there, or?
Not on the shore, but out on the water as you look across the lake, across Lake Zarovich. Jonor, yeah, you think you can make out the silhouettes of some boats out on the water. It's hard to make out anything at this distance, anything clear, but as you have a bit of a squint through the mist, the fog rolling across the edge of the lake, you can see things moving out there. They look a bit like boats.
Well, we know that
I mean-
Vallaki's got a boat dock there, so we could, if we just carry on there, check in on. My God, what is his
Ismark.
name?
Ismark.
Yeah, there we go. Check on Ismark and make sure he's doing okay, and then we can make our way to the dock area and then go across.
I will always remember the name Ismark now because of my very funny pun name, Ismarked Down, which I did not get enough credit for during the Christmas special, and now I feel a need to repeat again. It's still not getting enough fun. Enjoy it more. It's a good pun. Enjoy my pun. It's funny.
I did enjoy it.
Come on. You have no idea how stupidly proud of that I was. And I didn't get any reaction. I was just like,
yeah.
oh. Oh,
I did
man.
enjoy it.
Thank you, Tom. I only had to fish
All
for
right,
it. So,
Getting Even then, it was still a pity.
I know.
Like.
It's so sad. This is what I've been reduced to.
Where was the pun, though?
Okay, carry on.
So you're gonna put this stuff back?
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, we don't need this stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Tithla goes to put it all back together, and then she gets out her little notebook and writes a note in there, and then.
What does the note say? I need to know what the note says now.
The note says, I'm sorry I threw your money away. Here's all I have. And then she slips her silver coins in there as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Nice.
Tithla has 0 money.
Thank God you're not heading to a village where you might be able to purchase things that you need, hey? Can you imagine?
Thank God.
How awkward that would be. Yeah.
See, I was worried that we were, but now you've said that. Super chill now.
That's a good point. Who's been carrying most of your money? I think it might have been Theo. Let me just quickly double check. If it is Theo, I'll give it to you guys because Theo would have dropped off the vast majority of the coins before he disappeared.
I do have quite a lot of gold.
Okay, maybe you've been carrying the gold for the party.
I have not a small amount.
Oh.
Me either.
13?
I don't have a small amount.
You have 0.
I do think it might have been Theo who was carrying the vast majority of the goals. Let me double check. While I'm doing that, yeah, I mean, if anyone wants to take a bit of a closer look at the boats, you're welcome to make a perception or investigation check. Probably more leaning towards a perception check would make sense for this one. But yeah, let me know.
Yeah, I do. I'll engage my Go-Go Gadget telescope eyeball.
Fantastic.
I would also like to roll perception.
Okay, brilliant. I will add Theo's gold. So, do you want me to I'll just keep track of it. Theo's got 167 gold and 51 silver. So, however, if you guys need that, you can access that.
Holy shit.
Alrighty, we've got a 9
can I
from
take
Joe.
that in as well?
Party fund?
Yeah, I think Theo was holding onto the party for the most part. That is correct, I'm pretty sure.
It was the wrong sort of party fund that he was saving up for, let's be honest. Though.
Do you know what's really funny? This whole time, Theo hasn't had his Cloak of Protection equipped. Technically, his AC should have been 14. He didn't equip it properly in his D&D Beyond page. That's so fucking spot on. It's just... Has, I know you're listening because you've not got much else better to do at 2 a.m. when you can't sleep. I have now equipped your Cloak of Protection. You're welcome.
So in 6 months, when you come back,
that's
it'll be great.
Hilarious. That's so funny. Alrighty, so 9 from Jonor. Nah, there's not much else to see through the mist, Jonor. And to be honest, your mind is still on those 3 spell scrolls, the 2 specific ones that have been modified. The more you think about it, I mean, what was your Arcana check again? It was pretty high, wasn't it? 28. Okay. Jonor, as you're kind of reflecting on this situation, thinking through the spell scrolls, you know that some warlocks in particular and some wizards can summon intelligent creatures as familiars. Creatures that might even be able to speak. As you kind of reflect on that. Killian, 18 perception. Styx, 15 perception. Tithla did not roll one, so no need to answer this question. Killian and Styx, as you look out across the edge of the lake, as the mist parts, you can see there are at least 3 fishing boats out on the lake. Very small sails rising up, the mast rising up through the fog, a sheet hanging loosely from it. And you can see that they're trailing nets behind the boats, but none of them are out very deep. They're staying very, very close to the shore around the bend of the lake as it moves out across. There's also a larger boat, or you think you see one for a moment in the fog before it vanishes, disappearing. You could have sworn you saw a much larger boat, maybe even, like a large schooner that you might find out on the ocean. But it vanished in the fog a moment later. Over towards the northeastern shore. I'm going to say with Killian, with an 18 perception, for a moment you caught a glimpse of the sails. Sails with this blood red colour. There was a black swirling pattern across the surface of them. You couldn't quite make out what it was. These blood red sails with this black spiral-like pattern in the center of the sail.
Do all of you have a thing in Nostea for? Is there such a thing as pirates that are vampires? It's quite a big thing where I'm from. It's all the craze. Everybody who is a pirate suddenly wants to be a vampire as well. Do you have
How
that?
does that work?
Do they go out at night on the oceans? They just stay in their cabins?
And they fight ninjas as well. Yeah.
Wait, what's a ninja?
You don't need to know.
Oh no, I don't want to know.
No, those two Venn diagram. There's no overlap on that one. No, I don't think so.
I just have a feeling that there might be some unsavory
Vampirates.
people on the vampirates on the lake, because there's no sea around here, and how else are you going to use them?
Yeah, that's
Is-
mildly concerning.
Is that what that ship was in
It
the
was-
distance?
I mean, I noticed the sails. They were blood red with some waves on them, and it was quite a large ship. I know the lake's quite big, but that's more the sort of ship that you would see on the open seas rather than in a lake.
I mean, Killian, yeah, you're from Neverwinter, so you would have seen ships docked in the harbour before.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. By a schooner by
Yeah,
your mark. Maybe, I mean, crew of 30 would not be unreasonable.
It could be maybe Strahd or even Sergei forces patrolling the lake, possibly. Maybe even, and this is a stretch, but maybe even those who were loyal to the Baron, or the old Baron of Vallaki, maybe. I don't know, but it's just concerning and something that we will need to be careful with if we're going to take one of these boats across the lake. Last thing we
Why?
want is to get attacked by something bigger than us.
Why not think it if it is an enemy?
Yeah, why not think it is an enemy?
Why not sink
Sink
it?
it.
Arrogant.
I have a list.
And that's pretty rude.
You don't
And no tongue.
Yeah. You don't have any lips there.
Plenty of
yes,
teeth, though. Plenty of teeth. None of them
Too many,
original.
some might say.
Yeah.
He found the
Look-
teeth.
I mean, if it's made of wood, I'm sure I could have a fairly good crack at cracking it.
Ha 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 ha.
You laugh at that pun, eh?
Thank you.
That was a good pun.
Yeah, it was a great pun. That was best pun I've heard all day.
It's a fun face to
After the
make. Didn't
podcast
like it.
listeners, Owen's not impressed. And it's mostly visual cues.
So you get in your boat, and then a hydra eats you.
Let me give you the sound effect that goes with that face. That's the sound that face makes. Yeah. For podcast listeners, please enjoy.
Anyway,
Well-
we spent plenty of time checking out this bag and not making any progress whatsoever. Should we go to Vallaki?
Hey,
Sounds
just give
pretty
me
good.
one
Let's
real
get
quick
walking.
to go put this bag back.
You already did do that, I think.
No,
And
not
I'm
yet.
going to do it now.
Oh,
You're trying to trick me and steal the stuff.
No, you're gaslighting me.
Tithla, Legolas off the side again. Go put the bag back. Make sure the money she puts in there, nice and safe, climbs
Yep.
back.
Tuck the 3 silver coins into the bag. Please mark off that you have no money anymore, Tithla. And then as you
Oh, I did that a long time ago.
fantastic. As you climb back up the side and
The
emerge
second I
back
had
on-
the idea, it was gone.
brilliant. As you emerge back up on the side of the bridge. Jonor. Had an idea
All right, well,
maybe.
we've thieved from a thief, so we may need to look out for ourselves. And at this point, there's going to be a bit of a gold glistening appear on Jonor's hand, and then he waves it in front of him, forms like a shield, and then it glistens and radiates around for a mage armor in anticipation of a probable fight.
Yeah, that might have come in handy 2 hours prior.
Just before.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of. I even thought about it, and I was like, nah, I won't stop the flow.
Did Theo's cloak of protection not being equipped to remind you? Did it? You're like, oh yeah, I could also have some armor class.
Yeah, get around it. Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Maybe we need to bring it up with Ismark when we get to Vallaki as well, that we've potentially found some counterfeit coins outside the town.
Ooh.
Oh, but we don't
Okay.
want to give it away.
That's isn't it us?
People's things.
I'll hand over the coin to Killian.
I do not own pockets.
I can definitely store this. I'll put it in my pouch. It's yours, Styx. You picked it up, but I'll keep hold of it for you.
All right. In reality, I can't work out how to add anything to my.
Oh my
inventory,
fucking
so-
god. What? How long have we been playing this? Just go to your notes page and add it in, mate. I don't care. There's places you can put it. Do you want me to add counterfeit coin to your inventory, Sticks?
Nah, Killian's got it now. It's all good.
Okay, cool.
Right, now how'd you add it? No, I'm joking.
If you're wondering
let's get
why my sanity is depleting naturally very fast, and we're only, couple of weeks into 2025?
It's mostly your personal life stuff.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's mostly my personal life. As you...
Yeah, your dearest and closest friends that you see every week.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll make a sanity check. Why the fuck not?
If you fail all
It's a
that-
natural 1.
What does that mean?
Oh, amazing.
It means either all of ours goes up or down. I'm not sure.
That's going to have to
I
mean
think the world's gonna get
something.
real
That's too funny. All right, I'm incorporating that. Good fucking luck. This is what you get. Now you have to deal with some really insane shit coming from me tonight.
Does that then become a 50-50 roll as to whether we go up or down?
No.
No, I hope that Strahd just becomes weirdly erratic from now on.
I had
I
an
don't wish that at
immediate
all.
thought that would work with the natural 1. I will have a
Go
think
for
on
it.
it. I won't make any snap judgments, but I'm gonna make that's gonna be an important role now. I've decided.
Yeah,
It's very funny. I was gonna say what are the chances, but we know the chances are 50-50. It's either a natural 1 or it's not. Okay. As you make your way down the main road, heading down the Old Svalich Road, back towards the town of Vallaki, the sun begins to set. It's hard to track its progress. There's no fiery orange glow across the hills, just this gradual loss of the ambient light as the fog around begins to absorb even more of the meager, wan sunlight that makes it through. After an hour or so of walking, you think you spy something in the distance. Movement just off the pathway. The copse of trees along the bordering the road that you've been traveling through has gradually thickened again as you've moved away from the edge of the lake and deeper towards the town of Vallaki. Could I please get Raph and Josh? Could you roll me? Raph, a D8. Josh, a D12, please.
You betcha.
12.
Watch this, I can make them roll any dice I want. That's real power. 7
Sure,
and
shred us.
11. Okay. 7 and 11. Okay.
Slurpee time.
Sorry, what?
What? That's going to need some clarification.
7-11 Slurpee.
Oh,
Oh! that was
any of us went that direction.
we needed the the Jonor minimap to guide us to that point on the map. Like, I mean, yeah, look, I don't mind a game that doesn't hold my hand when I'm playing, but I needed a bit of help with that one, Tom. Just the Slurpee
Bit wild, that
time.
one. I'll turn it back.
Oh man. Maybe the natural 1 just indicated how unhinged this was going to become. And by this I mean everything. As you make your way down the road, for a moment you think you catch this movement just off the side amongst the copse of trees. As you stare closer, as you pause for a moment, all of you taking this moment to look a bit closer, there doesn't seem to be any more movement, any more sign of anyone there. But for a moment, you could have sworn you saw something moving in the bushes just for a moment.
Hello?
You call out to the empty street. There is no word, no reply, no sound, no indication that anything is there but yourselves.
Did you see that?
Are
A
you talking to me?
shadowy figure?
I don't know.
Yeah, oh, hang on. I'll pull up my torch and use my light cantrip and point in the direction he indicated.
As you move a bit closer, Jonor, the light from your light cantrip illuminating the pathway in front of you. Look, you can word that better. Go for it. The glow from your light cantrip illuminating the path in front of you. As you move a bit closer, there's something, a figure, hanging, maybe leaning against a tree? Half shadowed by the foliage above, the dense underbrush below. And as the light from your hand illuminates the face, you can see a pale grey complexion. Human. Dressed in travelling leathers, cloak around them, colourful bits of cloth tied around their armour and tied around their forearms, indicating possibly a member of the Vistani. But in the very middle of their head is a crossbow bolt nailing their body to the tree. You can see every so often, as the breeze rustles the branches above, the cloak flutters in the breeze. That's what you caught sight of, the movement of the cloak in the wind. It's a young man, maybe in his early 20s, small goatee, eyes open, glassy, look of pain and terror on his face, and this massive crossbow bolt nailing his body to the tree, right through the center of his head.
How
Yeah.
long has he been dead?
Yeah.
Do you want to make a medicine or investigation check, please?
Yeah.
I'll give Tithla a hand.
I'd love to make a medicine check.
Do we recognize him?
That's a very good question. 22 from Styx. Tithla, you have the help action from Jonor. You may roll again and take the high number.
I would love to, thank you.
5. really owning the medical
There's a
genius.
bolt in the head. It's kind of
Tithla, you
self-diagnostic.
think this person died of exposure?
Exposure to a crossbow bolt.
Exactly. Yeah, Killian. Oh no, you didn't roll. Sorry, Styx. Sorry, I saw the 11 and I was like, oh yeah, no, that's just that was your D12 for me. Thank you. Styx, 22. This body can't be that old. Maybe a day, maybe 2 days. Any older than that, you think it would have either broken through the bolt or would have cracked through the top of the skull. I mean, it's pretty grim, but for it to still be nailed to the tree, for it to be bolted to the tree like this, this must be pretty fresh. And what's more, as you examine the crossbow bolt, this actually didn't kill him. Not immediately. He was positioned here, held here, and then shot point blank straight through into the tree. As you examine the lips and examine the face, you can see signs of lividity. This person was dead before they were nailed to the tree. Judging by the pale blue veins jutting out around the lips, just inside the mucus membranes of the inside of the cheek, you think this person was poisoned, paralyzed maybe? They were already dead when the crossbow bolt nailed them to the tree.
Is the bolt, does it look like something that would be used by the Vallaki militia?
Maybe. It's unlikely though. This looks roughly hewn. It looks like it's, I mean, this bears more resemblance to a sliver of wood with a feather stuck in the end than it does a carefully sanded and shaped crossbow bolt. Whatever fired this thing must have been pretty big though. We're talking at least a large two-handed crossbow. I mean, to load this thing, Styx, you think a crank would have been required for any of the meat bags. You wouldn't have had too much trouble, but for for a human or a half elf or one of these other the meaty fleshy
One of the
things.
fleshies.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, it does often occur to you. It is amazing how clever sometimes these things are, given that they think with just a big old pile of meat inside their skull. It is impressive that that their meat works that way. But yeah, meat's designed for a lot of things. I mean, heavy lifting and high tensile strength is not one of them. Whatever loaded this crossbow, I mean, if it's a meaty thing, would have required a crank for sure, or it's an exceptionally strong individual.
This man was already dead.
So
Yeah,
they're sending him.
because of the crossbow bolt, I just said that.
All right.
I'm going to take him down.
Styx, as you go to pull the corpse off the tree, there's a moment's resistance. Could I please get an athletics check?
Yeah.
Sound of a bell rings in the distance as I accidentally bump my drink bottle with my fabulous mug that Tom got me. I swear the beer tastes sweeter out of that mug. You've got it for acrobatics, Styx, which is a +1. Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll take acrobatics. Athletic acrobatics is fine. Sure, why not?
It's the same.
Doesn't matter.
It's the same. Yeah.
+1 for each. Look, either. You reach up, you grab onto the figure's shoulders, and as you pull, there's this wet slurping sound, and then the bolt goes straight through the back of the skull as you pull the corpse free. The bolt does not come free of the tree, and as you place the corpse down, you watch as the head lolls about. It looks like it's been long enough that rigor mortis has set in, and then failed again, has dissipated again, which does narrow down the timeline a bit more for you. Definitely more than 24 hours, less than 72.
You think they were trying to send a message? Like, who are they doing this for?
Was he wasn't like right against the road though, was he? He was a few trees into the woods.
Was pretty much just off the road. I mean, if you'd walked a bit further, if the movement of the cloak hadn't sort of spooked you guys for a moment, caused you to slow down, you would have walked right up next to it. If you'd looked left, right there. You're right though, Raph, not a tree like on the road. We're talking like a tree or two back, but visible from the road, clearly visible from the road, and with the coloured pieces of fabric tied around his arms, tied onto his armor. I mean, this was meant to be visible. And even more importantly, as you take a bit of a closer look, Styx, I'm going to say, yeah, Styx, and actually maybe this is more a thing Jonor and Killian think of as the slightly higher int classes, int characters.
Hey.
What's your int? What's your intelligence?
Oh, I don't know. Let's go look.
That's a hard number to find.
No, not Styx. I want Rat. No. Yeah, give me Styx. I think, is your intelligence like 11 or a 12? I think.
It's a 12. Yeah.
It's 12.
This is 13.
Okay.
It's higher than mine.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Just Jonor.
Freak.
Just Jonor. Jonor, as you look
one
over,
of us.
as you look over and examine the,
I like books.
yeah, you like books. As you look over and examine, I like books. As you look over and examine the corpse, these strips of coloured cloth and coloured fabric. It's not really practical where some of them have been tied. One of them's even been tied over a belt buckle, which would make it very hard to access that buckle with this fabric tied over. You think these might have been tied on to draw attention. These strips of coloured fabric might not have been this man's. Do you think these might even have been tied on to draw attention to the corpse? Maybe send a message? Hard to say.
Kind of grim, but this has been all decorated. It's just trying to flag us down with this coloured fabric.
Owen, do Vistani have similar physical attributes, or is it mostly just like their clothing that separates them?
Their clothing. Vistani, the similarity that ties the Vistani together is that they're not all one people. They're from many different places, many different people. The common thread of the Vistani is their lack of common thread. Like the Vistani are traveling people made up of all walks of life, all races, mostly human. I will say mostly human, given that they mostly reside within the realm of Barovia. But I mean, yeah, there's no anyone can be a Vistani. Anyone can become one of the Vistani if they're welcomed by the fire and welcome to the tribe, welcome to the troop. They can be a Vistani.
Do this guy's clothes appear to fit him well enough that they would be his own?
Yes, his clothing does look like it's been fitted. The armor looks like it's been well cared for. But the interesting thing is that it's the strips of coloured cloth that made you think Vistani. Without those, if you follow Jonor's kind of train of thought, begin removing those from your mind, I mean, this man could be an adventurer. He could be a human from Nostea, for all you know. From Forgotten Realms. I mean, Killian, as you think about this and look him up and down, he could easily be from Neverwinter like yourself. Easily.
But we don't recognise him.
No, you don't recognise him at all. There's no features that leap out as familiar.
Should we see if he's got any sort of like identifying things on him? When we found the bodies that were killed by the giant spiders in Argynvostholt, one of the Vallaki there was holding a pendant, and I pulled the pendant out, which I'm going to give to the Vallaki I'm going to give to the Vistani when next we bump into them, just so they know that one of theirs is dead. So maybe they've got something like that on them, possibly.
I'll give you this for free, no check required. As you pat down the body, you spend enough time here. As you pat down the body and go through, there are no personal possessions at all. Everything has been stripped apart from the clothing, the armor, and the cloak. Nothing to identify this man.
While the guys are kind of looking into this a bit further, I think Styx is going to take a couple of steps back and just move into sentry guard duty, given what's happened. Probably just keeping an eye on the road and making sure there's nothing creeping up on us.
Do you want to make me a perception or investigation check? We'll have it as a running check.
Could I make a perception check to see if there are other bodies on other trees on the way up to Vallaki?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Styx, 22. You keep an eye out, Styx, paying close attention to the land around. 26 from Killian, not one to be overdone by Raph. Josh has followed it up with a higher roll. Well played, sir. Well played. As you look around, Styx, you don't spy any sign of anything coming. Nothing threatening the party. As the sun continues to set, though, you do see in the distance the town of Vallaki begins to illuminate. Torches, flames lighting up the palisade walls as the guard towers begin to light their braziers, and the town begins to light up the torches and sconces inside the protective wall of the palisade. Killian, 26. Doesn't seem to be any other bodies, but as you look around, you can see that there are a number of footprints. Maybe 8, maybe 9 people stood here and participated or assisted or watched as this all went down, and then traveled back to a cart that was heading towards the town of Vallaki.
I think whatever answers we're looking for, we might find in the town. It seems somebody is trying to send a message, possibly to the Vistani, if what you're saying about the clothing not matching, the fabrics not matching the rest of what he's wearing.
All right.
Think you're right, Killian.
Perfect.
Well, Ismark will probably have some answers as well.
Yeah. Somebody hasn't taken over Ismark's position.
Maybe we should get a little hurry on them and head in there.
Okay.
As you continue making your way along, leaving the body just slumped against the tree.
I think Styx would put some brush over them at least as a little dicky burial.
A what? Sorry? Yeah, sure. Yeah, so you reach down and pick up a few sort of branches and bits of leaf, just chuck it over the body and then just walk off. Yeah, leaving the crossbow bolt still nailed into the tree. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, perfect. As you continue making your way...
It's a good marker for when we get there, we can let them know there's a body outside, just in case it is one of their own.
Perfect. As you continue making your way towards the town of Vallaki, it takes you another 2-3 hours, and by this point the sun is well and truly set. The darkness begins to close in all around. The only light coming from the beacon that is Vallaki, the orange glow of fire burning in the night, casting a warm, soft glow through the mist that beckons you onwards. Even as the mist closes in all around, the cold dampness seeping through your clothes, into your skin, into your hair, that warmth, the promise of fire, a good meal, of a good bed, beckons you onwards. By the time you reach the gates of Vallaki, the mist has closed in, deep and dark all around. Oppressive, surrounding you, the eddies moving and swirling like tendrils, tentacles against your feet, against your clothes. Very reminiscent of that very first night in Dower Bridge, Jonor and Tithla, as you stepped through into the mist-covered town. But as you approach the gates, almost a circle of firelight from these two massive torches set into the palisade wall right outside the front gate, right outside the western gate of Vallaki. The mist seems to stay back, keeping a wide berth from the town. And as you approach, you hear a gruff voice call out from the watchtower, leaning over the edge of this palisade gate.
Who goes there? Identify yourselves.
Easy. We're a party of Ismark. We're on business to see Ismark.
And who might you be to see our burgomaster? At this late hour, approaching in the dark.
Do you not know who we are? My name's Tithla.
Tithla.
Members of the Tempest Guild?
Oh, I know your name,
me.
yes. Sorry, I recognize you.
What was your name, my good friend?
I'm Mikhail.
Mikhail. It's nice to meet you. Mikhail, or just one Mikhail?
Just Mikhail. We're gonna open the gates. Be quick, get inside. There's trouble.
Nice to meet you,
dark.
just Mikhail.
No response.
I think it's Mikhail.
As you make your way over towards the gates.
It's nice to meet you, just Mikhail.
As you make your way over towards the gates, there's no response from the guard tower from Mikhail. As you get close, though, you watch as the gates very slowly open, just a crack, and you watch as a helmeted figure dressed in studded leather armor, wielding a very large, impressive-looking spear. The blade of the spear is actually a bit longer than what you would have expected for a normal spear, and it's slightly wavy, creating this almost like curved pattern. Very nicely made. Very unusual for a guardsman of Vallaki to be wielding such an ornate, well-made weapon. It's almost similar to a long pike in some ways. And as the guardsman watches you approach and gestures you inside...
Hey, that's kind of a weird weapon to have for a guardsman. It's kind of more like a large pike.
As two of the other guardsmen push the doors closed behind you, watches the guardsman with the large pike. A very short-cropped black beard, scar down the left side of the cheek that cuts underneath the chin. Looks almost like a sword slash, potentially. And as he turns his blue eyes towards you, this man, maybe in his 40s...
a smile goes by Grinner?
No, just the scar on the side. It's a vertical scar, not a horizontal scar across the neck. Vertical scar down the cheek and under the chin. As this, maybe 40-something-year-old man, maybe early 40s, looks towards you, holding his spear, almost leaning on this very bizarre spear. As you say that, Tithla sort of gives you a bit of a look and goes,
Aye, she's a beauty. Bought her from a traveller somewhere else. Can't remember the name of where he came from. Probably dead by now. But she served me well.
Hey, look after it. Do you know how to oil it properly?
Of course I know how to oil my weapon properly. What are you asking?
Okay. What? I was just asking if you know how to oil it properly. It was a genuine question. It's a fine piece of arms. I want to make sure it lasts.
Thank you, Guardsman. Guardsman Mikhail, I appreciate it.
No, sorry, I'm busy here, Jonor.
You're all busy here. Stay. Captain Amelia's coming to talk to you.
Oh, okay. We're good friends with her.
Sent word on ahead.
Has she been promoted since we were last here? Because I believe there was some confusion if she was corporal. And I know there's quite a jump.
Lieutenant, perhaps?
She's captain now. Captain of the guard.
It's quite a jump. Congratulations to her. You should tell her congratulations for she's coming to talk to us. We can tell her ourselves.
We can tell her when we see her, Tithla.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm just distracted by the nice pike. Bigger than me.
He looks you up and down.
Most things are.
Nice. You made the joke before he could, Raph. Thank you.
But seriously, you're oiling it at least once a week, right?
Twice.
Good. Well, that is at least. So, yep, well done.
You maintain the shaft well enough then.
We don't have to talk, you know. As he looks at you.
I don't understand what that means. But then it would be quiet. What would we do?
There might be something you need to look out for. We kind of stumbled across like a person sort of pinned up against a tree, maybe two hours out of town.
Oh yeah, we should mention that.
Alive?
Quite
Dead?
close to where the bridge is.
Very dead.
No. Yep.
About
He didn't do it. Wait,
1
okay.
to 3 days old.
Right. How far down? How far down the road?
I believe 2 hours.
Yeah, about 2 hours. It's quite close to the bridge that takes you on the road towards Kresk.
Hey, the Lunar River crossing. We'll wait till the morning and send someone out. What are we looking for? Did you leave it nailed to the tree? Or?
No, that would be inhumane.
But possibly clever.
Well, no one's ever accused us of being clever, okay?
Hey, I'm coming up with ideas.
You have lots of good, but like people accuse you of being clever, but collectively we're not clever.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, like we all have our own strengths and weaknesses, and some of us have more weaknesses than others. And
Whose strength is silence?
they're not with us at the moment.
The body's under some foliage, but under the tree that it was pinned to, it has a rather large bolt sticking out of the tree, so you should be able to find it. It's, I think maybe 2 or 3 trees back from the road.
Right. Keep a lookout for it. Thank you. That's disturbing.
Weirdly, I'm donned with a little bit of kind of Vistani rainbow kind of thread across, like put on top.
How long did you
Fully
say this
decorated.
figure had been dead for? This person?
Between 1 and 3 days.
Enough for the rigor mortis to set in and then release again.
Thank you for this report. Once Captain Amelia arrives, I will investigate this. I may have a lead for this. Thank you.
All right.
A few moments later, you hear the sound of footsteps, and as you look towards the east, you can see a figure striding through the mist, dressed in a simple breastplate adorned with what looks like 2 ravens flying. You can see a woman, her hair done up in a tight bun behind her, a large sword strapped to her waist as she strides forward. Jonor and Tithla and Killian, you recognize her as Sergeant Amelia. Captain Amelia now. As she gets up close to you, you watch as she shakes her head and goes, "Yeah, I never thought I'd see you bastards again. What brings you back in the dead of night as well? You're lucky we didn't shoot you pepper you with arrows from the palisades. We don't have enough arrows to spare, but you're lucky we didn't."
And I mean, do you think they're good enough shots that they could have got us? That's very impressive.
We've been training. I've been putting this lot through their fucking paces. I swear. Been a long road, but we're getting there.
High 5, well done.
She gives you a high
Like
five.
low 5 for you, but high 5 for me.
Oh, you can go on high five, Tithla. That's not a problem. Jonor, Killian.
Just low 5.
She looks around and pauses for a moment. Theo, Grinner, what's going on? They okay?
Theo is in Barovia, the village of Barovia. We're all in Barovia, but he's in the village of Barovia currently. Grinner, we lost Grinner.
Why would? Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
But it's okay, then we found him again.
Oh my god, don't do that to me. So he's okay?
What? No, he's died.
Oh. You watch as she kind of like pauses for a moment, goes to tell you off, remembers you're a child, stops herself. You can see her biting down on a retort.
That is a very good point, actually. Grinner is a vampire now, so if he ever tries to get into here, don't let him in.
Yeah, like we did talk to him.
Fuck. So he...
And also Luther is in Kresk. I know you didn't ask about Luther, but Luther is in Kresk.
Which is
Luther,
fair, though.
Luther was always a bit of a prick, actually. I don't really give a shit about Luther.
Yeah.
He was a bit rude to me every time we interacted. No, seriously, he was. He was a bit of a prick. I am
Do you know
pleased to hear
why
that
he was
okay.
a bit rude to you?
No, why is he a bit rude?
Because he's a bit of a prick.
There you go. Yeah. I'm really sorry about Grinner. He seemed like a good sort, actually. Sorry to hear that. Thank you for
That
heads up.
kind of helped us out a little bit when we were visiting, but that's something.
What do you mean helped you out? If he's a vampire, he's subservient to Strahd. He's puppet.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
But yes, if he approaches the gate at all to be let in, don't
No, thank you.
let him.
Yep. No, I'll post word out. Have you guys? Okay, sorry. What the fuck is that? As she points at Styx.
Hello, my name is Styx.
Hello. I've seen you somewhere.
I try to hug her.
What was that?
I try to hug her.
As you like go in touch, she's like, "Whoa, okay." And then like as you sort of like hug around, you can see her hand on her sword. She kind of like looks to you guys for confirmation that this is okay. Seeing none of you concerned.
Is it like the hug from the end of Step Brothers, where it's just awkward, but then they're like punching each other?
No, she doesn't actually punch him, but you can see she's like looking a bit concerned. And then as Styx breaks off the hug, I've seen you somewhere before. Where have I seen you before? I know you.
I am Styx.
Yeah, but oh my god. You're that new toy in Blinsky's window.
I am Styx.
Yeah, but there's also a toy of you in Blinsky's window. It's the teeth that... Fuck, yeah, that's hard to get out of your mind. I've seen... There's a little model of you in Blinsky's window. Actually, now that we mention that, you guys might not like what's in Blinsky's toy shop. You visited him last time you were here, right? I think when we were getting the council together, you went and spoke to him?
No.
Yeah, we
He
did.
gave us some toys of like us.
Yeah, he's
Toy
been...
version of us, yes.
He's
They
been
were-
making
they were
more of
mock-up.
them.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, cool. If you guys are okay with it, I've got no problem. It's not just thought you ought to know. If you know, then
I mean,
that's okay.
I assume it's pretty cool. Is it not cool?
I mean, ever since we were given those toys, I've been kind of having some strange dreams, like at certain time periods. So might be slightly concerning.
I do not want to be recreated by any more Blinskys.
She like confused. You can see confusion cross her face, and
Look,
then you can
there's
see her
creations-
decide not to follow that train of thought. Just kind of nod.
I mean, we've been created by Blinsky in that shop. I had a figure of me, and it sounds like there's another one. Weird in what way? So I'm kind of.
It just made me feel a bit odd if someone was like giving out toys of me to kids. I don't know. That'd be a bit weird.
Yeah, but it's like fun toys, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You sound hesitant.
Nah, the
I
kids
would
have
like-
fun with them, I'm sure.
Well,
It's
isn't
just
that
you've
all
seen-
good then?
You've seen Blinsky's toy shop, right? You've been inside.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
know the
but
kind
some
of
Apparently,
people-
more ways than one.
you know the kind of toys he stocks, don't you? Like,
Yeah, us.
well, not just you guys. Like the last time I saw, it was like a working guillotine and like dolls with detachable heads to practice. Like a kid could lose a finger in that.
Well, I mean, maybe they shouldn't put their finger in there.
Yeah, manners. What?
Yeah. Okay.
From memory,
Hello.
and jumping back, we didn't all go into the shop, correct? Because I don't think Tithla actually
It
went into the
was
shop.
you. I thought you did go into the shop. I know Theo definitely did. I think Luther did as well. Jonor, I think you might have been.
I think it was just.
Was it just Luther
maybe
and Theo?
the three. It wasn't.
Styx definitely went into the shop.
I'm not sure.
Styx came
I
from
don't think I joined the group by that point.
No,
but
it was just
I
after.
would reckon that Killian had probably been in there once or twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Owen, can I roll? I don't even know if Styx was properly cognizant when he was in the shop, but given his long tenure of knowing the Blinsky family, can I roll for the fuck is up with that family?
You can roll for the fuck is up with that family. I would say that rolls under an insight, personally.
Or history.
I don't get history.
Chat was saying it was only Luther that went.
I was sure Theo was there too, because I know that Haz has a particular
Wasn't there a
love-hate
dog-cat thing?
hate relationship.
And converted. Or was that a different store?
That was
No.
Arasek, Gunter Arasek's or Gunter Steiner's scrapyard, where Raspip turns the cat into a dog.
That was like out the back, doing a shipment. Yeah, that was it. Because then we went out the back and helped to do the delivery and carry things.
24 Styx. Yeah. What is up with that family? As you reflect on that for a moment, your only real interaction with the Blinskys was grandfather Blinsky, the Blinsky who worked on you, who created you. The interactions you've had with current Blinsky, the grandson, are basically none. You've not really had anything to do with grandson Blinsky. But the Blinsky you knew, the one who created you, was a man with a very, very obsessive focus. He wanted to create warriors, soldiers to fight. Whether that's his son's goal, you're not so sure. It sounds like he owns a toy shop, which is hard to kind of pass with maybe it's a front, who knows. But grandfather Blinsky, the whole purpose of creating you, as far as you're aware, as far as he told you, was he wanted soldiers, and he needed to give them intelligence, give them the ability to follow orders, to improvise and adapt in the moment. And he used the Sun Sword to do it, the fragments of the Sun Sword.
To fight on whose side, do I know?
You don't know. He was unhinged. There is a madness that lies in that family.
Yep.
And there's something else I'll add too, because it is a 24 insight. Strange things happened around the workshop of Blinsky. You're not sure how much of it is the trauma of being melted down and reforged as a warforged, as a Gloomforged. How much of it was the perception being switched and forced as you were torn apart and remade into something new. But you had weird dreams, odd dreams. And those memories still lie at the back of your mind, buried deep within your subconscious. Something strange happened around Blinsky multiple times. Strange things occurred around Blinsky.
Okay.
All I have in my head now after that is strange things happen when you're going around the bush.
Oh yeah, I was there as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Like this.
The thing I have in my head is the 1990s film Small Soldiers.
Oh,
yeah.
Very
Very
nice.
film.
Yeah. I bet that has not aged as well as we think it has. I think if we rewatched that now, it would be a travesty.
Probably not. No. Just thinking about it, there's a lot of a particular stereotype in that film. Just thinking about it.
Oh, even just the effects. I made the mistake of watching a little bit of Jimmy Neutron recently. Boy, that does not hold up.
The lore behind the creation of that show is
I've heard that it
better
was
than the show itself.
I've heard that it was drug riddled. Is the way it was described to me. It was that animators who were sent to work on Jimmy Neutron treated it like purgatory. That's what it was for them. Is how I've heard it described on the internet.
That was a great show, though.
It's one of those things where you remember it. You remember it that way, but actually, it's shit.
And my memory is infallible.
There you
It's
go.
Brilliant.
That is a fact you've learned here tonight. Is that everyone's memory on the planet except for Jacob's is fallible.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a photogenic memory.
Photogenic,
I love Genic.
Yeah, that's what you. Yeah, Styx. So weird things happened around Blinsky. Weird shit.
I will have to think on.
And you've never ever felt like that. Strange things happened.
You mention Blinsky's shop. Actually, is it a good idea for us to go near that with Styx? If you say you are a creation of,
Can I make a suggestion that maybe we get out of the front gate?
Good idea.
Continue some of these conversations.
You
I
aren't
know
in.
it's very out of character.
You're inside the town. The gate's closed. You're safe inside the walls of Vallaki.
Sure,
inside the
but
palace
like,
wall. You're currently standing in the open area, the road that leads into Gunter Arasek's stockyard. You can see that Gunter is still there toiling around. You can see him going through crates, shipping containers. There's some carts that have been laid up on the northern side, and the ruins of the once proud, resplendent manor house that, had a Raspip visit, sits up over on the hill just nearby. But you're sort of off the street a little bit. Amelia's kind of led you a little bit in so that you're not just in the street talking about this. But yeah, Killian, as you kind of say, could we bring Styx there? What you created, but you watch as Amelia sort of looks between you guys and goes, "Wait, so you were created by Blinsky? I thought he made toys."
I'm sorry. Again, like, I know this is weird coming from me, but people do listen when people stand in the middle of the street as a group of 7 and have a very loud conversation when there's nobody else around.
Let me take you back to the guardhouse. You raise a good point, Tithla. I'll take you to the guardhouse. We can chat there, but we've got to talk.
By the way,
yeah,
congratulations.
Oh, the captaincy
on the promotion. Thing. Well done.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Congratulations. I'm sure you earned it.
Well, yeah. Look,
I mean,
I did.
You nearly died, so you definitely earned it.
Yeah. No fair. No, look, I'm trying to get better at taking praise on board. Thank you. Yeah, look.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Ismark's been really good as Burgomaster. I got to say, credit to him. His inexperience has not held him back at all. He's made some sweeping changes for the better around here. We have done a bit of an overhaul of the guards. It's we've had some tough times. We're training up a lot of new people, but there were a lot of people who needed to be moved on, shall we say, from guard duty. Those who'd gotten too comfortable in positions of power.
Oh, you mean the ones that were receiving the bribes?
Yeah, those ones.
Yeah.
You didn't happen to kill and pin any of them up against a tree or anything, did you?
Yeah, no.
In the last day and a half?
No, definitely not. That's fucking barbaric. No, they've been retired. I know you're going to hit when I say retired. They're no longer working as guards. They're just
retired,
living, doing other jobs in the town. No. They're doing other shit. I mean, fucking the previous captain, he'd saved up enough money from bribes that he's very comfortable. Don't worry. He was quite happy to step down.
Mm-hmm. Well, comfortable in his retirement.
Yeah.
Wink.
Just so we don't repeat a conversation that we've literally just had with one of your guards has a report that they need to report to you.
Okay, great. I'll get that off them later. There's no, if he's, who'd you give it to?
The gravelly one.
God, Mikhail.
All right, yeah, he's all right. He's a good one. He's one of the veterans who's been around for a while. He's all right. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, if you gave it to him directly, he'll take it on. I'm sure I'll get a report when he's got to the bottom of it. He's constable now.
He was driven from the sounds of it.
Yeah, we've been trying to implement some sort of like investigative branch of the guards because no one gave a shit about crimes. No one was actually investigating them. So that's something else Ismark's brought along. Said he was inspired by Luther on that one, actually. Thank Luther for that, actually.
On the other hand, though, have your crime rates drastically increased, though? So really, maybe it's not for the best.
Crime rates increased? No, I'd say they've decreased quite dramatically, seeing as most of the crimes were being committed by the guard. Now that they've...
Yeah, the amount of reported crimes has gone up.
Yeah, but the amount of solved crimes has also gone up, so I take that as a win.
I'm just saying, now that you're looking for crimes, there's more crime.
Well, I'd actually argue there's slightly less.
Okay, well,
if you think about it,
there's more written down on paper, yeah, sure, but there's less happening.
Okay, well, that seems like a very good outcome. Well done. I'm proud of you.
What were you going to say, Jonor? Sorry, I interrupted you there.
Yeah.
Look, it got settled, so it's okay. You probably invite Ismark into the guardhouse as well, just a bit of a recap on the same spot as he.
Yeah, he's dealing with something tonight. Actually, I'd take you straight across if he wasn't. I think it's best we let him sort out what he's doing tonight. We'll talk about it when we get to the guardhouse. There's not a need to. Yeah.
I mean, speaking to you, a person who has their boots on the ground is going to be quite helpful. Speaking of, and I'm going to reach into my pocket and pull out that counterfeit coin, and I'm going to hand it over.
Okay, why don't we just wait until the guardhouse is right there? Yeah. We're about to walk in the door.
I will wait until we get into the guardhouse to do that.
As you march through,
your hand to put it away. It's like, put that away.
Through the streets into the guard tower, you are led up to the second story where previously the captain of the guard had been. He had this lavish office. I don't know if you guys remember when you were last here. Had this lavish office set up. Grinner took particular exception to this guy. It's been cleared out. All of the furniture that was in this room is gone. As you are led through the lower story of the guardhouse, the common room, you can see a number of guards eating food, getting ready for the night shift. There's a change of shift happening as it heads into late evening. There's a chorus. I know it's very familiar. There's a chorus of.
Wait, didn't he die?
Yeah.
I made a suggestion for him to go for a walk.
You don't know.
To the lake.
You have no idea what happened to him.
Because somebody reported that he drowned.
But you don't know what happened to him. You just heard the report that he drowned. Yeah, you never found out exactly what had happened. Just that one of the guards had rushed.
He also retired.
He's fallen into the lake. That's horrible. Yeah. I'm excited to. I was hoping that. No, when you get down to the lake, trust me, you'll hear all about what happened with that. Oh, maybe even before you just ask, I guess. The room has been fully converted. You can see that there's now a very simple desk up against the corner. A series of what almost look like shelves have been hammered into the wall, and you can see reports covering every surface. In the very center of the room is an enormous dining table that's been converted to basically hold a large map of the town, and there are reports covering all of the available surfaces on this table. You can see that as Amelia marches up, she sort of looks around for a moment and then sees a cupboard over in the wall, opens it up and throws some stools out towards you, kicks them over towards the ground. In the center of the room is a large fire pit that's being dug out into the center. This was here before, but you can see posters are burning on the surface of the coals. Posters that you recognize, the Festival of the Sun posters, currently being used as fuel for Sergeant Amelia's office. And as she kicks the stools over to you, you can see in the cupboard behind her a mountain of these posters, and she is just burning them every so often. She reaches over, crumples one up, throws it into the fire. Yeah, sorry, you were going to show me something outside, Killian. What have you got? You said something important.
Sorry, and I hand over the counterfeit coin. We found these in a bag on the way here. I just want to make you aware that there might be some counterfeit coins in Vallaki.
It's not very good, is it? Like, it's pretty shit.
It is, but it's just so you're aware that there might be some counterfeits going around.
Yeah, I feel like you watch she starts bustling through the papers in a moment, pulls out a report and reads through it. Yeah, Gunter reported some counterfeit coins coming through 5 days ago. Had like 3 or 4 of them.
Have you had any reported thefts that haven't been solved?
I mean, 8 or 9, but I mean, I don't know how much of that. Part of it's just the fucking bigotry around the Vistani. Anytime there's a group of Vistani staying in the town, we get reports of chickens going missing, shoelaces going missing. It's all bullshit.
Anything to do with spell scrolls or anything?
Spell scrolls? The Wachter Manor. I had a group go out and attend a disturbance at the Wachter Manor a couple of days ago. There were, it's actually probably almost a week ago. There was a blinding flash of light. The top of the roof, it's gone. It looks like some sort of weird fire. Some magic shit happened, I think. The top of the roof's partly gone, and it looks like some people ransacked the upper floor. The attic was a mess anyway, but I mean, it's hard to know if stuff's been stolen or not. The Wachters are gone. I mean, they all cleared out. Yeah, you guys travelled with the Wachter.
Yeah, we were helping look after him.
Stella and the boy, Victor or something, whatever his name was.
No, Victor was the burgomaster, the old burgomaster's son, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, he's gone too. Whatever happened to him? I don't think you guys ever told me.
We don't speak about that.
Oh, okay. Do I want to know?
No.
I have to write shit down now, so just keep in mind what you tell me. You just tell me I don't want to know, and I don't want to know.
You know what? There's the two. Yeah.
Okay.
No one did anything wrong.
Okay. If it's self-inflicted, I don't give a shit. Like, if he did something that,
It happened during the Bloodless coup. That now that I think about it, wasn't really. It was a Bloodless coup from us doing things to them, but in terms of what happened on our side, it wasn't.
Are you calling it a Bloodless coup? That's in bad taste for like multiple reasons.
There was no blood.
Yeah, but also please don't call it a coup. We're trying to position this as a legitimate grab of power to put power back in the hands of the people. I think, can we...
It may be legitimate.
That sounds like a coup.
Yeah, it does sound a lot like a coup, but I prefer we don't call it that. I don't want people to kind of get it in their heads that... I'm trying to maintain order here, guys. Like, I'm really doing my best.
You know what? You've asked very nicely. We'll consider it. We'll take it on board.
What are the other options? I'm just really scared about how you're going to refer to
coup?
it. Yeah, I prefer you don't call it that either. Could you just call it the...
Bloodless Rebellion?
Yeah, there's no good name for this, is there?
The night that the coup occurred, in which the former leader of the town was dismissed and was replaced with a new one from outside of town.
Can we just call it the night of the attack? Do you reckon that's all right? Because a lot of this is
when
kind of
we attacked and we were victorious.
Oh boy, yeah, I've not missed you. It turns out. I thought I had, but I was wrong.
Oh, I missed you too.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm just close the door to downstairs. Will be a moment.
Wait, that was open?
Yeah, this whole time. As she closes the door down to the downstairs area, what she kind of looks around, sits down, and goes, "Yeah, I'm actually kind of pleased you lot are here.
Totally.
How much do you know about werewolves?"
That's actually what I was about to ask you.
Fuck. Okay, that can't be good then. Yeah, that can't be good. If you lot have come back.
The land asked us to come here and deal with them when we were hanging out with Grinner.
Sorry, what? You're working for him now?
Well, I mean, no. But like,
No. I do not get a one-word answer to that question.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on?
Grinner is working with him.
Okay. Well, he's dead.
You know how Grinner became a vampire? He was taken by Strahd, so...
Okay, and what are you lot doing?
We're trying to help.
Getting rid of the werewolves would be very helpful.
Who are you trying to help? That's an important end of the sentence that I require for this conversation to continue without you lot in fucking shackles.
We're trying to help the people of Barovia, but we're also
correct.
We've recently discovered that there is another power here in Barovia other than Strahd. That other power is gaining forces quite quickly, and one of those forces is the werewolves, so we are looking to destabilize them.
Wait, so you're here to fuck up the werewolves?
Yes.
Great. Okay, that's all you need to say next time. Just tell me here to fuck up the werewolves. But hang on, that's not all you need to say. Strahd sent you here to assist us fucking up the werewolves.
Not so much to assist you, but just see the werewolves are against him. Also, from memory, we're not saying his name for a reason.
Yeah,
there is a reason.
It's bad luck to say his name.
I think it's more than that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's actually bad news saying his name. Like, definitely don't do that one.
You said his name first, though.
Please? No, I said the big guy.
No, Jonor. Jonor said his name just before.
Well, fucking Joe.
No, I turned to look at Killian.
I didn't say his name.
It was you first, Tom. I waited till one of you said Strahd, and then she started saying it. You said it first, Tom. I took note.
Oh, right.
Roll the tape.
He was taken by Strahd.
I'm just going to have it suddenly cut to this bit where it goes, Strahd. Just zoom in on Tom's face.
I mean, I'm looking forward to watching this on the YouTube, which, you can follow in the chat right now.
It's very true. I will make a note of the timestamp so I actually remember to come back and do that, because that'd be quite funny. Oh, a Styx burnished
don't
steel
forget to
plate.
subscribe.
Yep, that's
leave
it.
a comment.
141.
See if you picked up who said it first.
That is a very good question of Senate. Is Jonor still charmed?
You guys don't know. Tom knows.
What time is it in the afternoon, evening? Because it'll be 24 hours from...
It's late evening, Tom.
Okay, late evening. That's probably the 24 hours then.
It has been 24 hours. You also had a long rest over at the castle Ginvosthold. It's taken you a full day to get here. It's been 48 hours since you were at dinner with Strahd.
Oh, okay. Very good. That would have been helpful.
Oh, wait. No, sorry, it's not. It's been 24 hours because you slept the night at Ginvost. Yeah, apologies.
24.
Just 24 hours. It has been 24 hours. You are no longer charmed.
It's been a big couple of days.
It's been a big couple of days. Yeah.
Styx is going to get quite close. He hasn't actually sat down on anything. He gets quite close up to Amelia, looming almost, and just goes,
I will facilitate the death of the brothers.
Okay.
They're brothers, by the way.
Oh, that is important context.
It's
so
good context.
So you're still working against.
They will die.
Okay, well, we don't know that. Maybe they'll reform.
So is this like an enemy of my enemy situation? Like, keep your friends close,
Yes.
enemies closer. Enemy of my enemies. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I still kind of follow. I follow along with that a little bit. Look, if you've got a good reason for doing this and you think it's what's best, then I'm on board.
Also, this happened yesterday, so we're still a little rattled, and we just didn't really know what else to do. So we thought, you know what? We'll come here and work it out from there.
Yeah, fair enough. But look, I'm pleased you're here. I'm not going to lie. We've always had attacks from wolves. It's always been part of life here. We send out hunters to go gather supplies, meat. We've got a woodcutting camp not too far to the east from here. There's always been problems. We've always had to have a contingent of guards there to keep the lumberjacks safe, to keep the hunters safe. It's been an ongoing problem. It's been getting a lot worse. And some of the outlying farms, they say they've had some kids taken. Paw prints outside the window, kids gone. It's pretty concerning. We're all a bit worried about it, to be honest. Trying not to let news get around the streets too much so it doesn't cause a panic, but Ismark's meeting with a couple of the families tonight, getting some information. Yeah, it's not great.
I mean, if there's items of this child, we have some abilities to help locate particular things and people, so I think we actually could assist with that one.
Right, okay.
Like, in fact, we did go join. Given they're not too far away, could find.
Look, I would bring you across. Ismark was pretty clear that he was not to be disturbed for this one tonight. He is the boss. I do have to kind of recognize his authority in this. What I will do though is I'll send a messenger over, put a message on a I don't know, piece of paper, slip it onto the door or something, get it to his, I don't know, one of his staff or something.
Works well.
But I mean, I can't promise he'll see it. This like, he's devoting his full attention to this. Priest is in with him too. Spending a bit of time trying to figure this out, counsel the families and make sure they're okay.
Do you happen to have a potential idea of where their den may be? We know that it's north past the lake, but we're not 100% sure where we're going to be going. It's going to be like finding a needle in a haystack or a cave in the woods.
Yeah, I can hopefully narrow down that area for you. And look, this is going back a couple of decades. This isn't new information, but where is it? She begins pouring through some reports and then brushes aside the map to show a much larger map of Barovia. Yeah, okay, so scouts checked this area out. 60 years ago. Yeah, okay, 60 years ago, when the scouts were out exploring this part of the eastern shore. This northern section, the gap of forest in between Lake Baratok and the Svarlich Woods, that little river that comes off towards the north there. The woodlands in that eastern shore, apparently that is where they ran into a number of the werewolves. A number of, and I quote here, men who were the form of beasts, claws that ripped and tore. Fuck me, do people really write like this? This is only 60 years ago. My granddad could have written this. Yeah, but that's the last report from scouts. Actually, this was like the last report from scout. This is the last scout group we sent out into the woods there. So,
what, 60 years ago?
Yeah. Hey, I told you things have been slipping. I told you shit had been fucking dog shit here for years.
Have the wolf attacks increased since Ismark's been in charge?
On the outer farms, yeah, for sure. Way more sightings. We've had hunters reporting frequent sighting of wolves, far less deer, elk, even less bears, which they weren't that sad about. But all sorts of 100%. There's been more attacks, but less on the town.
That makes sense then.
Does it though?
There's been less on the town because the town was aligned with Old Mate. And now the town's not aligned with him, and the wolves are an enemy of his. So they're not going to try and attack the town.
This is hard
as a
work
part
without
of him.
names, not gonna lie.
That's all right. We call him Big Daddy.
I mean, there are so many questions that spring up. The one that I can't get away from is why.
I have a rebuttal question, if you'd be so kind.
No, I'd like an answer if that's a possibility.
But it's like an answer with a question.
Oh, if it's why not, I'm gonna fucking smash my head against this table, Tithla.
There's only one way to find out.
What is it?
Why not?
You watch as Amelia leans over, true to her word, face plants onto the map, and then goes, I regret this. I regret every bit of this. I've been praying for your return. Well, not praying. I've been like vaguely hoping that some competent people.
You missed us.
Yeah, I missed you. Past tense. Focus on the missed. The D at the end of missed. I missed
like outside the gates.
No longer missed you.
If we're going off of what he was, names and all of that sort of stuff, he was known as the one that we do not name before. So I don't see that as an issue. To be fair.
Okay. Yeah.
If we just don't use his name.
The last reports over on the northeastern section of the section of Lake Zarevich, in between Lake Zarevich and Lake Baratok. Not too far from the foothills of Mount Baratok, actually.
Owen, as we came along, particularly past the bridge, which is part of that same forest, what is the vegetation type of that forest? Is it very kind of big rainforesty, thick trees dealing with the mist and whatnot constantly? Is it very wet?
Imagine a very dense subtropical rainforest. So we're talking lots of ferns, lots of dense bushy undergrowth, very large trees overgrown with tangled brambles and vines.
So minimal opportunity to burn the forest down.
Yes. I mean, yes. I'm going to give you the answer. Yeah. Minimal opportunity to burn the forest down.
Okay.
Look, to be perfectly
What if
honest
we
here,
tried to talk to them?
try to talk to the werewolves. Yeah, you can give that a go. Sure. Up to you. I just want to point out that the last time we sent a scouting party up north... Oh, hey.
But that was 60 years ago. That was a
Yeah,
long time
look, to
ago.
be fair, actually, it may not be the werewolves. It may not be 100% the werewolves. That was around the same time the Mad Mage appeared, I'm pretty sure. He took up residence in Mount Baratok, so...
I think that's our first port of call.
Going to the Mad Mage to find out some more information might be a good idea if we can speak to them. We were looking to charter a boat to get across the lake. When we were walking to Vallaki, I noticed a schooner in the water with blood red sails with a black wave on it.
Okay. Which one of the guards put you up to it? Very funny.
No, it was.
Oh, don't tell me you believe in ghost ships too. Got enough problems. I've got enough real problems, guys. Don't pile fucking ghost shit made up.
You realise you live in a land that is controlled by a vampire, right?
Fair point.
Yeah, but we can see him. He's a prick. He's actually he actually does stuff. The ghost ship, the worst it does is spook people to death. And even then, my friend of a friend knows someone who... No, there's no actual fucking reports. I can show you a list of victims of the Baron.
Styx is going to grab some paper and charcoal or something that's floating around and in full robot fashion just sketch as best as he possibly can.
Yeah, like Etch-a-Sketch.
Full 3D printer style. The ship that he saw.
You watch as Amelia continues on, looking over your shoulder a little bit. Vague curiosity. Look, the ghost ship is a tale of a tale. My grandmother told me about the ghost. Huh. As she watches as you finish part of the drawing, walks on over to one of the shelves and pulls out a sketch of the ghost ship. It's almost identical to yours, Styx. She places it down on the table. You watch she sort of like rubs her temples and goes, fuck. It's real, isn't it?
I mean, we wouldn't say it for shits and giggles.
Yeah, but you could have been seeing shit.
We
What
did
was in these
see it.
tales?
Yeah, stories go back a long time. But it's all... I never put any stock in them. It always seemed kind of stupid. A ship with red sails, a vast sea-going vessel sailing across the fucking Lake Zarovich, appearing to fishermen only when it's late at night and they've had lots to drink. Like, I always just thought it was one of those things they kind of told each other to, I don't know, pass the time. Fishing's boring, right? Fishing's boring as fuck. Guarding's boring, not gonna lie. But at least... No?
We saw it on our way here, so it was before night fell. So that contradicts that bit.
Right. I'm gonna have to
So
look
at least
into
we now
this.
know that it is a potential ghost ship that we may have to contend with when we cross the lake.
Yeah. Are you? Oh, you're planning on sailing across or rowing across?
Is there a better way?
Define better.
Better.
Safer?
Like improved.
Yeah, but on
superior?
what metric improved? Like safer?
Quicker or safer would be the two dimensions.
Oh yeah,
to
it's
start
quicker.
on.
Oh yeah, no, definitely quicker. Like the lake's the quickest way across.
Well, you're the one that's got the opinions here. So, do you think there's a better way to get over there?
There's
Is
no
it the
quicker
safest
way. No.
Is there a better way, in your opinion? However you define better.
Look, if you're heading over to the northwestern shore,
Oh, yeah, let's go to the western one. We'll go to the
Northwestern
western front.
if you're heading to the northwestern shore, it's going to be dangerous. Like if you trudge through the forest, you might bump into the werewolves. You might bump into God knows what else lurks out there. There's no shortage of monsters in these lands and in those forests. At least you'll kind of see stuff coming from the boat, I guess.
It sounds like that's our best option.
Look, I
because you might
probably
have another
would take the boat if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
It's the quickest way. Quickest means less chance of interacting with danger if you're getting there
Not
faster.
necessarily.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, no, it doesn't. I'll
I-
let you know now.
Safest.
The deeper sections of the lake we never sail out onto.
Okay. Well, you'll identify those for us, right? So we don't have to worry about them.
Well, we've got this map here. You can just sort of circle the big cross area. Yeah, thank you.
Trust me, if you're more than, I don't know, 50 meters away from the shore, you're in the deep water.
Okay.
Easy.
I'm sure it's more than 50 meters from.
What is down there?
Nasty shit. Tentacles, teeth, claws, slime.
One or many?
Many.
You're telling me there's a ghost ship that shouldn't be on a lake and potentially a kraken?
I don't know what a kraken is. What's a kraken?
Large squid with tentacles and teeth.
I mean, they catch squid. She holds up her hands, indicating like a 30-centimeter long squid. Squid in the lake.
We're talking size of this building. Maybe bigger.
I don't think there's anything that big in the lake. I've not heard any reports of that. But there are like bigger than
You
this.
also didn't think there was a ghost ship there, like 10
Well,
minutes
I knew
ago.
that there were talk of a ghost ship. I just didn't think it was real. I thought people were full of shit talking about it.
Well, people are full of shit often.
Meat bags.
Yeah, you get it.
Am I insulted by that? I am not. it turns
Probably
out.
a little.
You get used to it. It's fine.
It's a positive when he says it to you, not at you.
Actually, if you're heading out onto the lake, taking a boat, I might have someone I need to introduce you to.
You want to come with us?
I'm not. Fuck that. I'll stay on dry land, thank you very much. Much happier
Okay.
here. But if you're heading out onto the lake, maybe like a day or two ago, two strangers came into town. One of them's a sailor, or so he says. I mean, he looks the part.
We'd probably like to keep this in-house.
Oh,
Thanks,
look,
though.
I mean, if you're keeping it in-house, they seem all right. They're staying at the Blue Water Inn, the two of them.
You know how it is. Unknowns and whatnot. You say it's already dangerous. We'd hate to put more people in danger that we don't know.
Well, they're inside the gates because we trust them. Like, I don't think there's anything to worry about. They're outlanders like you lot. I don't know if they're from the same place as you, but They've been pretty helpful to the city guard. They were working with one of the constables, not Mikhail, one of the other ones. They were the ones who actually came with one of the werewolf.
Great news, everyone.
heads.
Alex Demonor just won the second set. Good news. It's all
No one
happening.
cares.
What does that even mean?
No, it's just I just heard.
Australian Open. Australian Open. It's all
I
happening.
mean, it might be worth speaking to these two people, especially if one of them is experienced sailor. You can't be closed off to help Tithla. I mean, I'm not an original member of the Tempest Guild, and you keep traveling with
Yeah,
me.
but don't you feel like we've got enough people?
You're
there's
metagaming,
more of it
Jacob.
currently.
You're metagaming, Jacob.
I just feel like I don't want to get to know more people. That's not true. I like friends. All right.
Just like, have you ever captained a ship?
Yes, many times in my imagination.
Ah, well,
I don't know if he's a
real life.
captain. I don't think he's ever mentioned that he's a captain. But I think he know, like he seems to know his way around boats.
You're a captain. Why don't you come with us?
Oh, I'm a captain of this town, and as you know, a captain must go down with their town, which means I can't leave the town. I'm stuck here, Tithla. It's out of my hands.
You know, you're right. You're right.
I know.
Can you promote someone to captain of the boat for us?
I think we have two.
Of the-
One of them's
Of the fishing
one.
boat.
Yeah.
It's
to our
like
captain,
a
you mean, Tithla?
it's like a raft or a dinghy. You want me to promote someone to captain of
Well,
of
if
the
it's a raft
raft?
or a dinghy, how are we going to fit 2 more people on there?
I'm happy to promote someone to that position. Do you have anyone in mind, Tithla?
Styx puts his hand up.
Yeah, all right, done. Promoted. Welcome
Alright,
to
there you
enjoy
go.
captaincy. I don't have a hat or a tricorn for you, but if you head down to
If
Going
you
to
head down to
Aasimar?
Flynn's,
Can
you'll
we
be able to
please
get
have
your
that artwork?
if you
Hell yes.
if you make your way over to Gunter, oh yeah, I can chuck a tricorn on Styx. That's easy. Do you want me to for the any time you're on a boat? Would you like it? Okay, I'll
Yeah.
get a tricorn. I'll get a tricorn for Styx.
I
That should be
also
pretty easy to
need
draw.
to point out that I physically cannot swim.
well. That's what the boat's
but-
for. You should be all right.
You also
All right.
can't drown, so it's okay.
All right.
Stick has a sort of sinking issue. Would need to walk along the bed of the lake, and if you say that the deep parts of the bed of the lake are dangerous, probably not a good idea.
Let me put it this
I
way:
will
we
kill them all.
don't know how deep the lake is. Kill them all.
Yeah.
That does. I'm not gonna lie. Even with the context
Okay.
of that conversation, that phrase just makes me unsettled.
It is a bit.
What if it was some sort of
there.
cleansing instead? Would that be
That's-
better?
Way worse. Way worse. I think you know that's worse, Tithla. Can I rescind captaincy? No? I've given it, so I guess you're captain now.
Well, and now you're equal ranks.
Why would you rescind captaincy when it was Tithla that made the comment?
No, I'm more thinking for the phrase, kill them all. I don't think that's a great kind of stance for a captain to have.
They all will die.
Yeah, see, that's...
Six, we may need to talk about this a little bit more in private. This mass murder is probably best frowned upon.
I will only kill those that are bad.
Who picks that? Do you
Enemies
decide
of
that?
the state is what we say.
Styx generally asks us, and we say bad or good.
I am still
And look-
learning my moral compass.
Oh,
Most
good.
people are good. Most people are
Good.
good.
I'd be
When those
concerned.
people try to-
Sometimes it gets confused. When we say good, he thinks it means good to kill them, but really we meant they're good people. It's still a work in progress.
That's a pull of the leg right there, Tithla.
Oh.
I
Don't lean.
I don't understand in what world I genuinely, for a moment, was pleased to see you fuckers. Don't worry.
Well, I can
that
answer
emotion
that
is
in
gone.
earnest. Would you like me to answer that in earnest?
No,
who is
The
Ernest?
world. I'll do it anyway. Well,
I
the world
figured
that
you
you
would.
were excited to see us and happy to have us back is one where the world is ruled by a benevolent vampire who kills people for fun.
I don't think he's benevolent then by that logic. Malevolent, I think, is the word you're looking for.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's with a B. B's kind of an evil letter.
I'm going to take you to the Blue Water Inn now. I'm going to hand you off to 2 unlucky fucks who happen to have a modicum of sailing experience, and I'm going to make you their problem.
All
One,
right.
one more question for you, Amelia.
Is this a serious question, or are you yanking my chain?
Have I yanked your chain yet?
Actually, full credit, you probably haven't.
No. I mean, you thought I was yanking your chain with the ghost ship, but
I did actually. Yeah, no, I'm getting transference from that. I apologize, Killian. Please, what was your question?
Vistani, are there any in town currently?
2 caravans came through 2 nights ago, I think.
Are they still here?
Yeah, just not too far from the stockyard.
Okay, I'm going to want to go and speak to them, I think.
Anything wrong that we need to know about? Remember that, like, we now have law and order in Vallaki, and as much as I appreciate all your efforts beforehand, we kind of need to do shit official now. I can't just have vigilantes wandering the street just doing stuff.
Oh, no. It's I found a locket on our travels on a dead Vistani, and I just want to return it so they know that they're whoever it was is dead.
Perfect. Very happy for you to do that. Wonderful. Yeah, please. That's really lovely of you, actually, Killian. I'm sorry. I've really not shown much faith in you tonight. It's not your fault. I want you to understand that it's not because I don't have faith in you.
Whose fault is it?
You watch as she looks towards Tithla and goes, I don't know. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe we can work it out together.
I don't know where that comes from.
Session.
Yeah, it's weird.
Also, and your constable will probably say this to you as well, you might want to put some extra guards, like, patrolling around near where the Vistani are. They may be getting targeted. It's all to do with the thing that the constable needs to speak to you about.
Right. This is just what I need. Okay, thank you for the heads up. I'll see if we've got anyone downstairs who's free.
I would go speak to him, though. Rather than wait for him to file a report, I would go and get the information from him so you are fully aware of what's going on.
All right.
Or Josh could just ask the DM that I just say everything.
You just tell her. She nods and goes, yeah, okay, that's a bit concerning. Yeah, that sounds like a message to me. It's like some fucked up way to tell someone something, or someone something. I might head over to the Vistani and talk to them. Killian, you said you wanted to check in with the Vistani as well. You were returning something?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
You and I, let's head over towards the gatehouse. We'll check in with counterfeit coins. You lot were asking about those too. Gunter, did you want to speak to Gunter about those? Yeah, Killian was asking about counterfeit coins. I told you Gunter had reported a couple.
I could speak to Gunter about that, yeah.
Did you lot want
to? I wasn't.
Did you lot want to come for that, or do you want me to introduce you to the two? I mean, look, the Blue Water Inn's just out the door. Why don't we go? I'll see about that. You guys can chat to them, and then Killian and I'll head on over to the stockyard and talk to the Vistani.
Perfect.
All right.
Hey, before we go,
it's gonna be a long fucking night, isn't it? Yeah.
No.
Tithla runs up and gives Amelia a hug.
Missed you.
She pats you on the head, gives you a hug back. Yeah, I missed you too. But fuck me, you were annoying. You know that, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, go on. That's long enough. If you hug me any longer, people are going to think you're trying to steal my purse or something. Coin purse.
Do you mean this purse? I didn't steal anything.
Oh, thank God, because I'd have to cut your hand off if you had.
No, not my good stealing hand. I don't have a stealing hand. Why did I say I have a stealing hand? I don't steal things.
It's weird that the first time I met you guys, it's because one of you was in the stocks and you were hurling rotten vegetables at him. And now I feel like you're going to end up in the stocks.
I thought we just had a nice moment. Why you got to
ruin it? We have a nice moment. The stocks are gone. We got rid of the stocks. It's an arcane punishment. All right, come on, you lot. Let's head downstairs.
If there is a child.
Yeah. I guess we could like chop the legs off the stocks or get her a box or something. That's a good point, actually, Killian. Thank you. Yeah, we'll get her a box so she's not like hanging from them.
Stand on a box. You're not going to hang me.
No.
That's obscene.
That's what the box is for.
Not happening.
All right, come on, you lot. Let's go to the Blue Water Inn, see if we can sort out this sailor for you, and then, yeah, Killian, you and I might head over to talk to the Vistani, see what's going on with this. I'm not having any fucking murders in my town.
To Gunter.
Yeah, we'll talk to Gunter too. You won't come talk to Gunter if you want.
I just like to hear him talk.
Yeah, right. We can come too. I'm not telling you not to come. Come on. Well, I'm telling you to come now, and then you figure out your own shit later. Come on, let's go to the Blue Water Inn. We'll deal with this lot later.
Okay.
I am a captain.
Congratulations.
Lead the way, Captain.
Get you a hat in the stockyard.
All right.
As you make your way down the stairs and out into the streets, the lights from the Blue Water Inn shine across the street before you. You can hear the sound of merriment. People talking, laughing, sound of music coming from within. So different to your experience. So different to your experience of the Blue Water Inn last time you were here. That awkward silence, watchful eyes from the windows. This is a town that is far more relaxed. And as you approach the Blue Water Inn, that is where we'll leave for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. I think I set up the introduction of our two next characters very well. Fuck you, Jacob. And see you guys. Thank you so much, everybody. It has been a pleasure and a joy playing some 5th edition D&D tonight. Well, I guess not even 5th edition anymore. 2024 D&D, confusing name. Thank you so much for joining us. We are very, very excited to have you all here. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube or listening on the podcast, remember to hit the like button, the subscribe button, the follow button, whatever button there is that lets you like show that you love it. Hit it.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell. It really does help us out. Yeah, look, the bell's fine. I don't know if the bell does anything apart from like make sure you get the notification. But if you're like me and you don't care that much about notifications, the bell's the least important. Hit the subscribe and like button way sooner.
Don't hit the bell. You heard Owen say
you can't hit the bell. It's optional. The bell's optional. They're all optional, but I'd really love if you could hit the others. The bell's like, thank you so much. It's an extra thing. I'm going to bring us across to raid one of our lovely friends of the stream. Tonight, it looks like Crit and Amiss are doing their Curse of Strahd. That's right. You haven't had enough Curse of Strahd. It's back-to-back Curse of Strahd. Actually, no, do you know what? I should go and raid RollTogether's Episode 1 Chronicles of Aedron. Would that be... I think that'd be fair, wouldn't it, Josh?
What, me? You get to see my face again?
I think we should go and raid... Is this a rerun?
It's a rerun, yeah.
You need to mark it as a rerun, Josh.
I do need to... yeah,
it's a bit
cheeky.
cheeky.
To mark it as a rerun when I hit live.
Let's go and ride. Let's go and raid. Look, ride? Let's go and ride, Josh. Let's go and raid Josh and start the campaign. Wow.
Okay.
Look forward to the next fan out of the Discord of that. Let's go and
That's for a
raid.
different
Group
platform.
riding, Josh.
Let's go and raid. Let's go and raid. Chronicle. Did I pronounce that right? Aedron?
Aedron, yeah. That's our homebrew campaign.
Let's go and raid Chronicles of Aedron. That will be loads of fun. I cannot wait to catch that. I will hit the start raid button now. From all of us here tonight, thank you so much. Stay safe, stay well, and we will see you all again in the next one. But until then, everybody, goodbye and farewell. Goodbye.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.